Good evening and welcome. Speed Gaming presents a little bit of a twist for a chase for the record. We're presenting this for the push for sub 30. JSR?
One of the most prestigious and hotly contested speedruns in all of video gaming, The Legend of Zelda has never been hotter than it is today, with almost all of the top runners vying to lower their times. And for the first time in history, a 27 is in sights for the most popular category, any percent no up-A. But once upon a time, it seemed as if even sub 30 was just a pipe dream. Just a few short years ago, our current world record holder, Lack Attack, broke through that barrier for the first time. And even today, with 17 runners currently holding that PB in their accomplishments, the sub 30, such a nice and round number, continues to be the gold standard for achievements in Legend of Zelda speedrunning. And for the first time in history, we were at a moment where that number could exponentially increase even tonight. There are no less than 18 runners within 93 seconds of this time, some of whom are just one solid PB away. And tonight, these runners will attempt to hit this milestone, this goal time, which is still a pinnacle of Zelda speedrunning achievements with zero distractions, no excuses, just them and the game. The chase for sub 30 begins tonight, live, right here on Speed Gaming. Hello, folks. This is JSR, and alongside of Liquid Husband and Adirondack Rick. And major thanks, by the way, to our restreamer Fiesel for putting this together for us tonight. Rick, we have quite the exciting show for us in store tonight.
Yes, on your screen you see the Dr. Blue, True Blue 83, F. Coughlin, and Pranzo. But they are not the only runners who will be going for this chase for sub 30. You'll see those four on here because they are the four that are closest to achieving that number. Dr. Blue, 30 minutes, 3 seconds. True Blue 83, 30 minutes, 4 seconds. And F. Coughlin and Pranzo both sitting with a 30-13. A nice-sized PB. They could get this sub 30. But we've got other runners that we're going to be keeping an eye on and be swapping them in as we move along throughout this evening. Liquid Husband, who else do we have tonight?
Oh, man. We extended a formal invitation as the chase, the race, whatever you want to call it, is on. We extended a formal invitation to everyone who has a speedrun.com personal best posted in this category of 31 minutes, 30 seconds or lower. Sub 30 is not included. Sorry, JSR.
Oh, come on!
And almost everyone responded positively. So I'd say we're probably gonna have somewhere in the neighborhood of 12 to 15 folks in this chase tonight.
Absolutely.
As we say that both in unison. So that's how we're going to do a three-person booth here. Speaking of three-person booth, we all start with level 3. On this, we're going to see most of these runners do a 3-4-1. We may see some runners do a 5-2, and we may see some runners do a 2-5, but we'll talk about that as we move along here. First part of this, let's get some bombs.
Yes, and True Blue 83 does that in style, getting the lucky drop off of the first Dark Nut as Dr. Blue and Fred, the left side of the screen, hitting that reset button real fast.
And that's something you'll see tonight that is a little different than what you might expect from a race format. This is not a race. This is a chase. There's a difference, Liquid. There's a difference. You will see these runners reset. They're not necessarily going for the earn, per se, but this is basically a glorified PB attempt. So you will see runners resetting if they run out of bombs, if they run out of rupees, and we'll be able to discuss that as this evening continues.
We've seen one runner so far pick up the raft. That is True Blue 83. Everyone else, unfortunately, suffering a death here in this level 3. And this level 3 is not easy. Those red dart nuts like to hit you for 1 heart, and you only have 3 of those hearts to deal with. And there's this one little enemy that's coming up at the very end of this dungeon that can define the first 5 minutes of this run.
Can and will. True Blue 83 about to bomb into this room and find our first boss of the game, the one and only Manhandla. And he's running. He's running.
And
finally goes
bombs.
Down, but he took all of True Blue's bombs. True Blue going to reset.
So far in the level 3 simulator, we will not have anyone reach a golden dungeon. So stay tuned. This will be a lot of level 3, but we will be subbing in some other runners as we move along throughout all of this. We do have other runners that we were mentioning before. As we mentioned, we extended invitations to those anywhere between 30 minutes and 31:30. We also have AMO22 that's running in this, Cake Sauce, X-Ice Blue, Captain Green, Antlers, Reebs, Jay Coper, Dark Magician, Redbird Grad, Map Guy 86. We're going to be subbing them on to the stream as we move along throughout this event. Stay tuned. We're going to be here for at least 3 hours.
And I'm sure you'll see, but without any real length of time passing, somebody's going to get a run started. With this many runners, this many talented runners, and they're all right there. These are not new runners at all. All these runners have thousands of attempts under the belts, randomizer races. They are experienced. You will see them get run started soon enough.
Yes, unfortunately, we saw Dr. Blue get manhandled himself. So Manhandla has put an end to 2 of these runs so far.
Yes, and interestingly though, looking at True Blue 83 up here on the right side of your screen, he has gotten the lucky bomb drop off of the first Dark Nut on both attempts so far. Favor so far on True Blue's side.
Yes! We get through level 3! We're gonna see level 4!
Throw your concerned frogs up in chat. Pronzo's leaving level 3.
Pronzo is one of those runners who's had a ton of examples of so close, but just not close enough. Runs that he's lost to Patra, runs that he's lost in level 8, level 9. In fact, all 4 of these runners recently have had Heartbreak in level 9, and I'm not surprised to see Pronzo out already.
Come on, True Blue. Can you make it 2 runners out of level 3? Heart and a half. That's going to be dangerous. Come on, get the bomb down. There we go. But gets a heart. He's going to continue with this. No, he's not. That's it. We're going to restart. Because you want to have bombs for level 4. You need 2 of them, but you want to have more than 2.
I mean, you can make it work with 2 bombs. You can. But just being realistic, I mean, especially if you're not doing the double hundo route, going with 30-30 and having 2 bombs is basically a death sentence at that point, unless you just bless RNG.
Yeah. Pronzo using one of his bombs on the Zols in level 4 apparently did not have the count he was expecting because came away with nothing out of that bomb drop, but back up to 8 now.
And Pronzo does have a pretty nice pace here. Decent target time for a sub-30 pace in this room, the commonly known as the breakfast room, and I'll let somebody else explain why in a moment. It's about 4:05, so he's a little bit behind, but there's plenty of run left to make that up.
Yeah, he was pretty even with his PB leaving level 3, because his PB out of 3 is 224.
Yeah, anywhere between anything below 225, I think you're probably going to see a lot of runners take that in level 3 tonight, especially early, just to get some runs going. But yeah, a little slow getting to the ladder. I remember the days when 4-minute ladders were the dream, and now it's kind of like the standard.
Don't look now, we got 2 runners going to level 4. Behind Pronzo, we have Dr. Blue and also Fred. Ooh, Dr. Blue, no bombs, so that's a reset.
Dr. Blue trusting the Vyres, and they paid him back with interest.
Ooh, Fred getting bopped
Fred gets
around
bopped
here.
around. Yeah.
Oh, double bomb drop for Pronzo.
Pronzo's having a really nice level 4 here.
Yeah, the back half of 4 has been great.
Yeah, he's off against Gliok now, and this is going to be another gate.
Yeah. Gliok in level 4 on the world record route might be one of the most difficult bosses in the entire game.
And Pronzo is out, 521, 5 seconds behind his PB out of level 4.
And he's got 8 bombs. He's in great shape. And because he runs the double hundo route, he's really set up nice here. For those of you new to Zelda 1 speedruns, there's 2 different routes on the traditional world record route. One involves getting 30 rupees by the end of level 1 so that you can purchase the blue candle with 1 extra 30 secret. A lot of runners, though, especially lately, have been running a route that's a little different. You basically forego any of the rupees you need to collect and collect a 100 secret instead of a 30, which is a little bit out of the way. I'd say optimally about a 10-second time loss, but much more consistent.
It's more consistent. You have fewer drops you have to worry about. You can focus on bombs. However, you do have to be able to cleanly complete some left to right screen scrolls to do it optimally, as you said.
Now, besides the normal world record route, there are other routes that you might see these runners run. In fact, a few of them, very close to sub 30, might be running a route that's traditionally known as the Kanana route. And that involves getting the red candle amongst other things, mostly a different level order, going to level 2 before level 5.
Bronzo getting to the bow. Gonna have to be careful down to 2 hearts. Level 1's not a fun place to die.
I think he'll be okay, though. I mean, it would take a pretty rough stretch of luck here for him to be in any sort of real danger.
We'll take a jerk banana. Let's not have one. Come on. There we go. They play nice.
Yeah, the route divergence that you guys are talking about, swapping the order of levels 2 and 5 can create some difficulty with bombs later in the game, but for the level of runners we're looking at in this tonight, they know how to manage their inventory well. It's as big of a part of getting a run together as speed and combat. So,
hey, Rick, Liquid, don't look now, but Bronzo's green.
He's green. He is 10 seconds off his PB right now, leaving level 1.
And as LOZ Cards fan in chat says, fear the beard. The beard luck is real. Bronzo is crushing it, folks.
He's going to be the first of our runners. He's going to be the first of our runners to make it to level 5, and that is probably the biggest gatekeeper of the early game. We'll talk about that. The Room of Requirement or the Olive Garden, depending on who you talk to.
Yeah, I would say it's the biggest gatekeeper of the game, period, as far as a speedrun is concerned. If you get through that, I mean...
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter if you're on world record pace or if you're 20 seconds red. You can lose a run and you can gain a run in that one room alone. It's easily... I wouldn't go so far as to say the biggest room in the run as far as how your run goes, but it's up there. It's got to be top 2 or 3.
Yeah, I'd say, not counting rooms in level 9, it's pretty high up there on the list of importance.
So Bronzo's in pretty good shape. He's got his money. He's going to be purchasing his candle now, and he's got 6 bombs, which means, barring any mistakes, he'll have 8 bombs for the Olive Garden.
Yep, and hopefully, for his sake, 8 bombs and a decent consecutive count.
And by the way, for those in chat wondering, we call it the Olive Garden because we don't want to go there we only go there for the breadstick.
I do want to point out of the runners that we do not have on our screen at this point, we do have 2 runners that are currently in level 1 or just leaving level 1. Redbird Grad, although he is behind on his splits, and Cake Sauce, although he's behind getting the bow at plus 7.1 seconds. We'll keep an eye on these runners and we'll swap them in as we move along throughout this broadcast.
Oh, Bronzo taking a hit in historic Fort Gibdo. So his count is gone, but he does have those 8 bombs.
Alright, here he goes. 8 bombs, 5 hearts. Can he get those patterns?
Would love to get as many of these hit with the bombs as possible, but not have them hit him. Not really certain what his current time with the recorder is. Ooh, takes the bomb right there, wanting to be preserving that final bomb for the Dig Dogger fight. Gets through it, though, so he will get his recorder.
That was a pretty good room. I mean,
And
it wasn't earth-shattering, but it was consistent and efficient.
Dr. Blue out of level 4 at 529 at this point. Oh, we're going full screen on Pranzo.
Well, Pranzo's pace is pretty solid, guys. I mean, he's got a little bit behind what we consider the goal time for sub 30 to get to the recorder, but keep in mind, that goal time is built around a 30-30 route. His recorder time was about a 10:47 or so, and he's on a double hundo route, so he's going to make up about 10 seconds, maybe a little less, of that time headed to level 2. He's actually very much on a pace for a shot at this.
Yeah, just to point out, we do have runners who've gotten a 1231 exit out of level 5 to get a sub 30. That would be NES Cardinality, who's 14th in this game.
So JSR, I gotta ask, if Pranzo is the first one to hit sub 30 tonight, is the Korean barbecue on you?
Oh no, we're not going to Korean barbecue. We have a deal. If Pranzo gets a 29, we are going to the Olive Garden. That man has never been to an Olive Garden in his life.
Kind of sounds like a downgrade to me, but I understand why.
So as you see, Pranzo ends up using his final bomb, and it immediately switches him over to the recorder. 1231 exit. He is currently 15 seconds off his PB of 1246 exit out of 5.
That is huge, considering he needs 14 seconds off of his PB to sub 30.
Meanwhile, off of stream, we do have Cake Sauce headed into level 2. He runs the Cananophone Red Candle route, and he is about 10 seconds or so off PB pace. So we're keeping an eye on him, and if that pace continues, we will be bringing him into the restream shortly.
Yeah, he leaves the Moldorm split at 15 seconds off, or 16 seconds off at this point. We'll keep an eye once again on him as we move along throughout this. He is the deepest in a run at this point of any of the runners, including Pranzo.
Now, we do also have Dr. Blue headed to 5 now, and he's on a pretty solid pace as well, and he has his bomb count nice. So keep an eye on Dr. Blue. Dr. Blue with, I believe, a 30.04 PB, the second closest of our runners coming in to the 29 goal.
Oh no, Dr. Blue is the closest. He is the 30.03. True Blue is the one who's got the 30.04.
Sorry, my apologies.
Too many blues in the kitchen here.
There's literally three blues in tonight's event. All right, Pranzo grabs the Raft Heart at 14:01. You typically want to be a little faster than 14 to be on sub 30 pace, so he's right around that threshold.
True, but he does get to skip that 30 secret there. So I don't know if that factors into your time estimations or not. As he works his way into level 2, which many of us know as the starting dungeon in this game, but for the top tier of runners, it is one of their least favorite dungeons. JSR, can you tell us why you hate level 2?
Oh, because it's blue, and there's too many blues already in this thing. No, in all seriousness, it's a deceptive dungeon. There's so many little things that can happen that cause you to lose time that you won't really understand until later, and you go back and watch it, and you're like, oh, yeah, I went out of my way to get this rupee or this bomb. And it adds up so quick. If you watch the world record, Lack Attack has the most efficient level 2 I've ever seen, and was a big reason why his run PB'd. Just a masterclass of how fast he got through it. And if you want to see level 2 done right, watch the world record.
Although Pranzo acquitting himself quite well currently. Got 8 bombs in that first Gorilla room thanks to a glitched boomerang, and is zooming his way to Dodongo.
15:57 is his time out of 2 on his PB. He's going to be ahead of that still.
Oh, baby! We got us a live one, folks.
So he dropped a little bit of time between levels 5 and 2, but still ahead by about 5 seconds.
Meanwhile, Dr. Blue, now into the Olive Garden, has a full complement of bombs, a little behind pace, but can make that up with a good room, and that was a beautiful bomb. Oh my goodness, what a good start to this room. And just like that, Dr. Blue is in there.
That was a very good recorder room. He's picking up the recorder right at 11 seconds, which you can see on his timer was red until he split, so we know he's a little bit behind his PB pace, but he has less that he has to shave off than anyone else.
It's time for the tricorder right there. As Pranzo goes and buys his bait, we did also get to see a little bit of a screen scrolls as well. Some of the things that we really haven't been able to talk much about because we've been focused on all the things that are going on our screen at this point. We got to do some bait purchases. We got to get some arrows. Dr. Blue has 2 bombs, so I believe he's going to use both of them up against Dig Dogger at this point.
Yeah, I'd say that or kill. Now, I'd say he might kill one here. Yeah.
There he goes. There's one. Okay, so he will use the bomb switch into the recorder coming up.
It's a nice little bit of speed tech. Not only do you save time on the front end by killing those Gibdos, a bomb does Master Sword damage, 4 HP, but it also helps you set up a free menu because when he drops this bomb on Dig Dogger, the level 5 boss, it will auto-switch him to the recorder, which he can then toot right away, and he can save an additional 1.5, roughly, seconds. It's a really nice time save.
I don't want to interrupt too much, but True Blue in our very top right corner is minus 13 out of 1.
Oh, wow. Man. Let's keep an eye. We have 3 runners.
Yeah. Woo.
We've got 3 runners.
Oh, no! I don't know if that's going to hit.
I think it got him. Yeah.
Oh, it did. Good.
Meanwhile, Pranzo... not taking a hit so far in level 7, that is a tremendous accomplishment in those first 3 or 4 rooms of Korea's.
Dr. Blue, by the way, plus 9, leaving 5.
Alright, not a bad start, and definitely within reach. Doc has time saves, especially late, so keep an eye. We have 3 runs that are live right now, folks, and Fred is headed to 4 as well, so all of our runners on screen out of 3.
What happened to our level 3 simulator? Let's not jinx this, okay?
Yeah. Forget it existed is what I say. Forget it existed. We don't need the level 3 blues. We got the Dr. Blues and the True Blues and the Ice Blues.
Speaking of Ice Blue, we are now known, is green, leaving level 1 as well, so stay tuned. We may be bringing him up for a feature on the restream as well, so good luck to Ice Blue as he heads to level 1.
Pranzo could not get the Bomb of Destiny on the Dodongos, but that's alright. He has made quick work of this level 7.
Pranzo is a man on a mission right now. He's going to probably save time against his PB here.
1947 is his time out of 7.
And Doc has a sub 14 heart. He is on PB pace as well.
Ooh, Fred's going to go back to level 3.
Pranzo's saving his bomb in level 7 to make sure he's got one, the one that he knows he needs for level 6.
Hey, we got a nice blue on our screen.
Hey, Ice Blue. Theoretically, he is not paused right now.
Ice Blue, one of the up-and-coming runners, recently PB'd, has a PB of 30-30, currently 9th in our runners participating in tonight's event.
Yeah, but you look at, he picked up the candle at about 9 minutes and 7 seconds. I mean, a 9-minute candle is a pretty strong standard to set.
Dr. Blue's got no bombs in 2 at this point, so he's going to have to kill this Moldorm the harder way. This is a lot easier with the bombs, although the candle strat's a nice strat. You can see how fast having bombs in this dungeon really work out if you are whether or not you're on the 2 first route or on the world record route.
Oh,
I'm not trying. Oh no, Bronzo, no! Oh no, that is big time bad luck, and this is a shame. He is on a killer pace right now. He needs hearts like no tomorrow.
He's got to calm himself down. He's really got to calm himself down at this point.
You're right. You can see it in his play. He's getting a little frantic. He needs to stay calm.
Dr. Blue plus 13 out of 2. Oh, True Blue taking a death in Fort Gibdo on the way back. And Excise Blue's going to get the recorder at 10:45.
That is if he's on double hundo PB pace. I think he's on 30-30.
He's got to be on 30-30. He's already got the candle.
Yeah, he's only got 3 rupees, so I assume he's on 30-30.
Come on, Pronzel, get out of this 6. Come on, Pronzel, get out of this 6.
You need bombs, but you need hearts.
Yeah, that doesn't help he doesn't help the fact that he got a 10 off the number 6 count. Ooh,
oh, yes, he did.
This is going to be scary. Oh, half a heart. Don't die.
No!
No!
Oh, no.
Got cornered in the magical brunch.
That's going to be rough, and we'll have to expect Pronzo to... Well, I was going to say I was going to expect Pronzo to maybe take a couple of seconds here to let that one get over, because you saw him get frantic in that level just based on his play. We got to watch out X-Ice Blue. He's down to 1 heart remaining in this level 5.
Beeping strats on the left for X-Ice Blue, who is on a torrid pace, considering, he's not Dr. Blue, whose PB is 30.03. He is so close to losing this run that has been on a tremendous pace for him.
X-Ice Blue here up against... Oh, he has no bombs for this Dig Dogger fight. This could get scary.
And Dig Dogger did not oblige that candle.
Nope. Oh, that's unfortunate for X-Ice Blue.
Well, Dr. Blue, at least one of our blues, not
My
having
boy
the blues as he as he makes his way through 7. Full health. He's got the required bombs so far. He's looking pretty good.
In case you were wondering, long ago, Ganon, Prince of Darkness, stole the Triforce of... Wait, this one doesn't have the horrible quotation marks and bad translation. Where did X-Ice Blue get this version of Zelda?
So our major focus right now is going to be Dr. Blue as he continues this level 7. True Blue is back in level 4.
Dr. Blue had some trouble getting those last 2 Wall Masters to spawn at first. Slowed him down a little bit, although he's very clearly was trying to keep his count. Unfortunately cannot do so through those keys. Gets the bomb anyway. So here we have Dr. Blue hitting level 7's Triforce at 19 minutes 45 seconds. It never ceases to amaze me how quickly he shot up the leaderboards. This is a gentleman who has been speedrunning this game for about a year. and I mean that within about a week or so of accuracy. I think he started a year ago last week or so, and here he is, 3 seconds shy of what was once considered the untouchable goal of Zelda 1. Testament to his ability, his determination, and his willingness to learn from the best.
So we see Dr. Blue heading and grabbing the magical sword. He'll be the second of these runners to go into level 6. Hopefully he'll have a little bit better luck than we saw with Bronzo earlier. And so Dr. Blue leaving level 7 was plus 11. And any of these runners with 11 seconds leaving level 7 still has a chance if they can get some good back 10-minute runs here through 6, 8, and 9.
Sure. There's only a handful of runners in the world who don't have 10 seconds to save in level 9. So
yeah, I know all about that. And
that sounds kind of salty.
I was slightly in reach of a potential shot at some better time than what I got. My gold is about 25 seconds faster than my line in my PB.
Ooh, you know, that belfry was unfortunate for Dr. Blue. He had to chase down that key several times, all because he was trying to keep his beam sword for this room in Magical Breakfast, which he ended up losing, taking a hit by, I believe it was a like at that point, and now taking a beam from the Wizrobe that just doesn't want to die.
Yeah, I was thinking, you know, it was at the time it was worth it, but it just didn't last very long.
Alright, so meanwhile, we do have an update on Cake Sauce. I like to say his name like that. Cake Sauce. He is in level 1 and he's green, and we may be bringing him in very soon. Cake Sauce, another runner who really came up right around the last tournament and currently sits with a PB of 30 minutes and 29 seconds.
Yeah, he's minus 7.6 out of level 1. Redbird Grad is another runner who's currently in level 1 at this point. And keep an eye on Dark Magician. He is in level 7 as well at this point. He looks to be above his PB number, but not by a lot. Just like under 10 seconds at this point.
Yeah, and let's be honest, we're going to celebrate any PB tonight, even if it doesn't make it to 29, but...
oh, absolutely.
Cake Sauce is one who, if I'm not mistaken, hasn't been playing a whole lot lately, at least not in a very public forum. So it was very nice to get to see Cake Sauce, as you say, JSR, make it for the chase, as the Dr. Blue is about to pick up Triforce from level 6, the first of our runners tonight to do so.
Yeah, he's plus 18, as that was part of his loss in level 6, but we are going to see the Blue Lagoons.
So Dr. Blue, if he's able to get a very fast and very healthy exit out of level 8, is still within reach of the sub 30. Your average sub 30 level 8 target time is about just under 2 minutes. And if he can pull that off, then he's within reach. He'll need about a 5:04.9. So he's going to have a world-class in-game here. However, a lot of those runners that get to this pinnacle, this milestone, they have those kind of end games. It just takes that one run. Let's see if he's able to do it.
Yeah, right, and it's amazing. It's astonishing how much time can come off of your splits simply by not having a big refill out of level 8.
Ooh, lost a couple of hearts right there, but out of the Blue Lagoon 1, let's see how he does with Blue Lagoon 2. It's so hard to say. Maybe I need to lag myself.
Can we get a stream delay on Rick's mic?
Sure thing. I'll talk about what's going on in level 3 at this point.
Oh, you're watching Fred's stream?
We do have Pronzo back in level 1. He's on another strong pace, and he's got only one bomb is the only downside to his current attempt. He'll have to force a bomb here or he's going to be in trouble.
Dr. Blue navigating there, making sure he was taking a hit from the bubble instead of the Gibdo. 0 hearts of damage versus 2. Holy bombs for Cake Sauce.
And we see Pronzo ending up hitting out, so maybe we might get Dark Magician in here soon if he's still on his run. Let's go ahead and check, as Dr. Blue could be heading to 9 real soon.
Yeah.
Alright. Well,
He's gonna have to have the 9 of a lifetime, though.
I think the fastest 9 ever would still not quite get him to 30, but it would PB.
Yeah. I did say early before we started all this, my money was on Dr. Blue finishing more runs than anyone else tonight.
Oh man!
And I think that in some ways it's a testament to his persistence, but it's also a testament to his consistency. Lately, it seems like every night he's finishing at least 2 or 3 runs somewhere in the 30 range.
Well,
and
as he had some... Go ahead, Drake. I'm sorry.
I was going to say is the update with Dark Magician. He's out of 7, but he is 55 seconds over his PB at 21:10.
Yeah, Cake Sauce is having a very strong run now, finishing 2. He's headed to 5. He is the first featured runner on the Cananophone route, and with 8 bombs headed into 5, he's on a pretty solid pace right now.
Yeah. No one ever minds having extra bombs going there.
Other updates real fast on some of the other runners. Antlers, Amo, and J. Coper all out of level 1. Amo is green, headed to level 5. And then, or actually, I believe he runs a Cananophone route as well. Fred and Math Guy are both in level 4. Back to you, Rick.
I can confirm that Amo does run the Canana route, so Dr. Blue making his way through level 9. You'd like to try to keep Beam Swords through level 9. Makes things a little easier, but he took a bop, unfortunately, down to, what is that? That is 11 hearts. I can count. I can add.
Yeah, sure. The bigger unfortunate thing for him, other than Patrick going left right there, is that he tried to get a bomb drop off of the Zols in that first river room, and killed the Zol before he meant to, and did not get the bomb drop. So unless he picks up this bomb that's on the floor right now, as I started my story with 2 outs to go in the inning, apparently he was going to be short on bombs.
Yeah, and then he hit a grand slam and over the fence for a walk-off while you were still talking about the final strike.
Exactly.
Well, we're heading into extra innings with Cake Sauce. He's headed into the recorder room. Let's see how he's able to do.
And then Dr. Blue with his backup strats forcing another bomb. He has 8 bombs headed to perhaps, I'd say, the most important room in the entire game, Reverse C.
Dr. Blue using the 7 o'clock technique that RC Drone kind of started using in his runs to bypass the Patra 2.
Ooh, confirmation from our trackers. Antlers out of bombs, got through the recorder. I'm not sure what happened, but he did reset.
Yeah, it looks like Dr. Blue's going to be able to go with bomb strats in here. Unfortunately, still red, but he's going to get those silver arrows. He may be the first runner to reach the end of this game.
Yeah, he was throwing bombs with tremendous impunity down in that room because, by God, he had 7 of them when typically there you might only have 2 or 3.
You know who has bombs? Cake Sauce. He has 8 bombs leaving the recorder, and that was a tremendous recorder room for Cake.
Wow.
By the way, True Blues -3 out of 5.
Yeah, True Blue on a pretty good pace as well. I'll check his PB splits.
Huh. I wonder if Cake Sauce is going to kill this room to get the 5 rupee.
Well, according to Cananophone in chat, you need 140 rupees leaving the 5 on this route, and since he was short, he'll take the time loss to ensure that he can continue the run, which is probably the wise play here.
Yeah, because you're going to pick up your stuff right after you leave level 5, and there's Dr. Blue through the final major Wizrobe room, and, well, he's got a day with Patra 3 coming right up. Answering the questions in chat with Dr. Blue's PB is 30:03. It's not going to happen this run, but it always feels good to get a run to the finish line.
It'll be worth it if he gets the swag arrow.
Perfect stun lock.
And that is it. Get your GGs in the chat for the Dr. Blue, as he will finish on the timer 30 minutes, 30 seconds.
Hey, he was doing the 30-30 route. He was just a little confused about what that meant.
Good point. Here's Amo, currently in Fort Gibdo.
He left the bombs in the Gibdo. When you run the 2-5-7 route, you want to make sure you have some bombs left for you somewhere, because you don't want to go to level 7 with none.
Bad things happen if you leave level 7, or rather head to level 7 with no bombs. You have to deal with a couple of different strategies, which are good race strategies, but when you're on a PB pace, they're not quite as...
Yeah, and, fortunately for Amo, he had a bomb count going, so he got a bomb drop in the recorder room anyway. So, no big deal. He's probably going to leave level 5 with a minimum of 4 bombs.
Just an update with Dark Magician, he did not reach the finish line. He ended up taking a death, I believe, in level 8, as he's back in level 3 at this point. And just keeping an eye on some of the other runners that we are looking at right now. Trying to see where these runners are going.
True Blue, I'm sorry. True Blue just dropped 6 bombs on Dodongo. That's the worst. Oh, Amo trying to increase his bomb supply, gets the double kill. He will have... He's ensuring he has 7 bombs headed to level 7, which is how many you need to optimally defeat that dungeon. It did cost him a bit of time, though, so we'll see what his time looks like if he gets out of level 5 versus his PB. As Cake Sauce nopes out of level 7.
Yep, he ends up taking the reset, so right now... we're going to be keeping a bigger eye on Amo and True Blue. True Blue getting ready to head into level 7 at this point. True Blue with a 30 minutes and 4 seconds. The second closest to that sub-30 mark of the runners that we're keeping an eye on this evening.
Meanwhile, Amo on a pretty solid pace as well. His PB leaving level 5 is a 1531, so he's about +6. Definitely within shot still.
As Dr. Blue unfortunately suffering a death in level 3, as we do see Dr. Blue and Cake Sauce currently in the level 3 simulator.
Another nice thing about the double hundo routes. Sorry.
I was gonna say, just why did you have to go that way, Dig Dogger?
Yeah. Well, we were seeing one of the other nice things about the double hundo route for True Blue there, the excessive amount of arrows that you have that you can fire away at those blue gorillas that get in your way.
Amo completing his shopping at the Westlake Mall, as my friend Tetra Lee likes to call it. I love that name, by the way, the Westlake Mall. It's perfect. You get all your shopping goods there. He'll be headed into level 7. He's on a solid pace as well.
Yeah, just keeping a look at some of the other runners we got going on. This most of them are in either 3 or 4 at this point. So right now, the ones we're keeping an eye on here on our right-hand side, they're the deepest in these runs.
And True Blue.
Oh, no bombs!
Oh no!
That's a rough way to end that one, as we do see Amo now heading through the river room. So Amo's the only one that's not playing the level 3-4 simulator.
Well, we do have an update on Redbird Grad, who apparently has already had his breakfast and ate it too, and is headed towards Gleeox. We'll keep you posted. And Gleeok down with a 517 level 4. That's a pretty solid start. So we'll be keeping a close eye on Redbird Grad.
Yeah, that's -8 heading out of level 4, but we'll keep an eye, and if he gets closer and closer to the room of requirement, we will pull him in as we get a little fuller screen on Amo, as the deepest of these runners. Gonna have to get a lucky rupee somewhere as he goes and pulls out this red candle, which we're going to see a little harder spawn set in the upcoming Wallmaster room.
It is a more difficult spawn set, but he does, fortunately for him, have a very repeatable ranged attack item that he can use to his advantage.
He just picked up 4 more bombs too, which will give him a little more ease heading into the final rooms of level 7.
Yeah, he will not suffer the same fate that I believe it was True Blue did earlier.
Well, yeah, definitely. That was unfortunate for True Blue to lose a run at that point. It's tough when you get deep into a run like level 7 and have the run go off the rails.
I mean, it happens to all of us. I mean, we've had, and I would say we is basically the entire Zelda community, have had so many runs on such a strong pace, and True Blue in particular lately has had so many runs get into level 9 on that sub 30 pace that have just had 1 or 2 little things go wrong that turn into big things. And it's really easy for that to happen in this game. This game is a very dynamic speedrun, but it's also a very fragile speedrun, and it can literally die at any moment with just one mistake. And
1944 is Amo's PB, and he's right on target.
Wow, great run through level 7, and perhaps most importantly, has 7 bombs leaving level 7. Not something you see every day.
Meanwhile, both Pronzo and Redbird Grad in level 1, both with strong times up to this point, so we'll keep you posted, folks. We may be pulling them in very shortly.
Yeah. Redbird, you certainly want to wait until he does the desert before you want to claim any sort of run for him. But once he gets past that point...
I didn't say it!
He'd be the first to tell you. Yes, to answer the chat, Beletta, Amo does still have to do levels 6, 8, and 9. All the routes that you're going to see tonight typically converge in that Wallmaster room, or slightly earlier, leaving the red candle room, I guess I should say.
And we do have Pronzo back up out of level 1 at about 747. A good start for Pronzo. 10 seconds green leaving level 1, so keep an eye on him.
Wow. Amo has such an embarrassment of riches when it comes to bombs, he left some on the ground here in level 6. Beautiful belfry.
I was tempted to sing some Lonely Island there, but for the sake of chat, I'll not throw it on the ground.
Thank you.
So Amo is within realistic range of sub 30 if he can have a strong 8-9. Typically, it's possible to have about a 10-minute in-game in 6, 8, and 9. It just takes, really good execution. Most runners going for sub 30 are looking for about a 10-10, which ironically just so happens to be the director of this game alongside of Shigeru Miyamoto, is Tanaka Tezu... I cannot say his name. 10-10!
10-10. No, neither could anyone else. And Amo leaving bombs on the ground again. This time, a little more suspect.
Orange beamed.
Ooh. I mean, he should be fine to survive, but that refill is going to hurt.
And his exit out of level 6, by the way, is 22:54. Keep an eye on that time.
Yeah, I really would like to see him picked up one of those bombs on the ground, though, because having... Okay, there's one. Let's say, having 8 bombs leaving here. Yeah, again, starting the story with 2 outs.
He's going to be ahead of his PB. He's going to be ahead of his PB by 10 seconds.
Nice.
All right, well, he's definitely got an outside shot at a 29 here, folks. I mean, a sub 2.8 and a 5.10.9, and he's got it.
Well, the refill out of level 6 is going to make it hard to have a sub 2 level 8, but... We are having a report of some tasty breadsticks in central Illinois somewhere.
Yeah, I was about to give you that update right now as we see Redbird Grad heading through the room of requirement, and so therefore we'll go ahead and keep an eye on him because he's about to go into the second half of this game. Let's see who else. What else is going on with our runners right now? We do see Cake Sauce in level 4. Excise Blue is going into level 3, and well, no longer going into level 3. We have Antlers in level 4. Reabs is currently in level 3. Jay Coper is in 1. Dark Magician's in 3, and I hear an oh no.
Tronzo gets bodied in the Olive Garden, and unfortunately will not get a chance to have a breadstick this evening.
Well, Amo, on the other hand, with the long-range beam sword snipe of the last Dark Nut in the first Blue Lagoon, came out of there with full health. Blue Lagoon 2 not being quite as nice. Although that... Oh, sweet! Merciful Fairy! He's leaving there with 8.5 hearts.
Oh, we got Redbird Grad on our screen at this point.
The Redbird Grad. May I just remind everybody that Redbird is playing on console tonight for almost the very first time. This man is a talented runner in both the vanilla and the randomizer, and I would not be surprised to see him crush it tonight. And he's crushing it right now.
Speaking of crushing it, Amo just crushed Gliok, and he is heading out of level 8.
And we have an official red zone on Amo here, and he is in striking distance, folks. If he can pull out a sick 9, it is not outside of the realm of possibility here.
Yep, he has the requisite 6 bombs. He's gonna need more than 6 though to pull off the sub 30 kind of time. But we're definitely looking at severe PB potential.
By the way, Amo's PB is 30:24. So keep an eye on that timer for Amo as we make our way into the level 9 coming up. Can't switch over to his audio because he's got a mic on or something going on live at this point. But Redbird Grad currently doing the world round.
Yep, he's going to hope for some good bomb luck in level 2. Oh, speaking of bomb luck...
So as Amo heads into 9, I just want to remind folks, Redbird Grad has a 31 in this game. He does not have a sub 31. Sub 30 pace at the Raft Heart is anything under 1350. Look at this guy's Raft Heart time. Watch this, folks. He is crushing it.
Unfortunately, Amo, with those bubbles being super unkind, had to use way more bombs than he would have liked in that first room just to clear out the likes.
Yeah, and he's getting bodied around here by these keys. This is an unfortunate 9 right now for Amo. His 9 in his PB run is, I believe, 519, so he does have room to gain compared to some of the top runners, but, you know, This is not a great start. You want to get him to the finish line. Come on, let's get some AMO support in chat, guys. Let's do it. Let's get him to the finish line.
Yep. If you're not too distracted by the fact that Redbird Grad refuses to hold right on the rupee secrets, and therefore wastes time, please be supportive of Amo, because he is doing a fantastic job right now. Chases down that red Wizrobe before he can fire the beam.
Oh, and the sweet merciful fairy!
Let's see if we can get a heart drop off of Zol coming up here, so we can maybe have beam swords heading into the reverse C room. That's a room you really want to have it, and oh, he's gonna go for the bomb drop, which yeah, it's gonna replenish his bombs, giving him another weapon to use in that reverse C room.
Yep, I believe he has what, 4 bombs he could reasonably use in that room.
That is no 3.
3, okay.
True Blue is heading into the recorder room. Just heads up.
Yeah, we can see him on the very, very top right at this point, and trying to get rid of all of these dark nuts. And let's go ahead and see Amo's strategy over here. Trying to get him in the corner. Does not look like that the Wizrobes want to be cooperative here.
Oh,
Those
no.
bubbles not playing nice either. Gets him tackled down. 2 bombs remaining. Oh, come on. There's another bubble right there. He does finally finish them off, but at this point, you'd have to say the sub-30 Dream's pretty much dead as he gets continued to be bodied by the bubbles. Bubbles, please!
Oh, he's still in shot of a PB here, but sub 30 is dead. Meanwhile, Redbird Grad leaving level 2. Are you ready for this? Minus 26.
Nice. Oh, Patra.
Oh my
taking
goodness.
2 chunks out of Amo.
Down to 2 hearts. This may not get to the finish line. This is dangerous at this point because any hit from the blue Wizrobe at this point, Amo is dead.
Well, as our friend and reigning world record holder Lack Attack likes to say, if you're finishing level 9 with more than half a heart, you did it too slow.
Yeah, but you still would like to have some health remaining down to a heart at this point. Oh, this next room's gonna be scary.
Keys,
Coming out of this
please!
staircase here. Don't give him a bad setup. Oh, and he had to take the statue and he's dead! Oh, because the Wizrobe set himself up on the top right. That's a tough one to lose. Oh.
Take a breath,
GG's
Amo.
Press-
in chat.
Press F to pay respects to Amo22.
Oh man, that was such a sick run. He was on a tremendous pace leading level 6, and unfortunately just too many bops and boops around in 9. True Blue, meanwhile, just a heads up, is a little green, and he's leaving level 5, and again, being the second fastest of our runners PB-wise coming into tonight, he's on sub 30 pace.
Yeah, he's been killing it lately with the way he's been going amongst his runs. Redbird Grad about ready to pay off the bait at about 18 minutes in.
He had exactly enough money to. He used all of the rest of his money on arrows. Needs a couple dollars, as he would say, to finish out this run. I'm sure he'll find it somewhere.
Heads up and an update on Jay Coper leaving the recorder room at 1350. We'll see if he decides to play it out. Apparently he is out of bombs. Let's see if he's able to recover. That is a good time.
He's doing a 2.5, so yeah.
Exactly. That's rough. On the regular world record route, you actually intend to leave level 5 with 0 bombs. On the Kanana route, you do the opposite. You want as many bombs leaving 5 as you can.
By the way, just another update. Dark Magician's about ready to hit the room of requirement as well.
I think this is really what we were all hoping for.
Oh no, Redbird's in trouble. He's bubbled and he only has 1 arrow.
He's got 5 now.
Ooh, that was
Redbird.
scary. That was legitimately scary, and I've seen it. It's happened to me. You get into that room with nothing to attack those wall masters. The bubbles are jerks, and it's all over just like that. The game gives you a hand.
By the way, Redbird Grad, his time out of level 7 is 20 minutes and 6 seconds. He's going to be green out of 7.
Play a song for us.
Shout out to Four Eye Steven. Oh no!
Now,
Well, he's still green.
to be fair, the world record for this game not that long ago featured a special little whistle tune in level 7, so, you know, not all is lost.
Play a melody to obtain the Triforce.
Hey, Four Eye Steven's PB, which is a sub 30, has 2 extra recorders in it. That is, I'm saying, it's a new meta. This is a sub 30. I'm calling it. New meta.
New meta. Well, in theory, he's about to be 2/3 of the way through the game when he picks up the magical sword, and he's a little slow for a
True
sub 30.
Blue gets a troll dongo, and he's heading to 7, and he does not have the 7 for 7. He's in bomb trouble.
Yeah, but he is -3 heading out of level 2, so if he can force a bomb drop somewhere, he'll be fine. As we do see Pronzo in the top left corner, he is currently in level 1.
Technically, True Blue can afford to buy a pack of bombs if he so chose. I don't think that's the strat he's going to take.
He's only 80 rupees away from affording that blue ring purchase.
But, again, a strat I don't think he's going to take.
Yeah, he's not going to take that strat, of course not, but I'm just pointing that out.
Just saying, if he had to buy bombs, he could, but any of the runners that are at this level are going to rely on their ability to force them, so...
All right, well, as we near the top of our first hour, we've seen some exciting play here as Redbird got into the Magical Breakfast Room number 1. We've had one finished run, sub 31, nearly a PB. We've had another run, die in 9, nearly a PB. And we've had multiple runs late on both PB and sub 30 pace. Rick, Husbo, this has already been exciting to see live. This is great.
JSR, just an update right now. Dark Magician is -3.3 out of level 5.
Nice. We'll keep an eye on Dark Magician. Also, believe it or not, if Dark Magician sub 30s, he will be the 3rd person ever to get the coveted 30, 80, 90 milestone. Just a nice little extra tidbit there.
How do you know so much about that milestone?
Who else is in that club?
I'm sure there's a... I know Lack Attack is in there, and then someone else
Naturally.
did it. I don't remember who else did it. Some guy.
Cantaloupe?
He likes puppies. No, not Cantaloupe. He owes me, though. He owes me a sub 90 in Link to the Past.
Yeah, I think we're talking about our own truly JSR, who's in the booth with us.
It is a tough milestone. I can speak from experience. And Dark Magician has the 80 and has the 90. So if he's able to get a sub 30 tonight or at all, he'll be the 3rd person in that club. And for those in chat wondering, that is a sub 30 in Zelda 1, a sub 80 in Zelda 2, and a sub 90, sub 1 hour 30 minutes, and a Link to the Past.
I do want to point out that Redbird Grad is -25 out of 7.
Wow! I don't know if he's got a legit shot at sub 30 here, but he has a huge shot at PB.
He's got a huge shot for sub 31.
That's insane to think that he doesn't even have a sub 31 yet. He may never see a 30. I'm sticking with my gut. He's gonna do this. New meta.
What's this with you in the meta?
I don't know.
Ooh, True Blue ensuring the bombs. Gets the drop off the Dodongo this time.
Redbird does have a little bit of bomb trouble as he heads into the Blue Lagoon number 1. We call it that because, as you see, there's a tremendous amount of lag.
Hey JSR, quick update. Dark Magician -7 out of 2.
All right, we're definitely going to have to keep an eye on Dark Magician. All 4 of our runners
Look at him. He's on the top right. We're getting the Dark Magician some love.
Pace. And now Pranzo headed into the breakfast or the Olive Garden, the other right breakfast. And definitely on a solid pace here.
True Blue -2.
Looking at his timer, True Blue is on sub 30 pace, headed to the Magic Sword sub 20, and he is already extremely close. He only needs to PB by 4 seconds, folks. Keep an eye on True Blue.
Yeah, he is dangerously close to picking up that magical sword inside of 20 minutes here.
Redbird survives 8. And he's on PB pace, folks.
By a smidge.
How much is that smidge?
33 seconds.
Oh, good grief.
That is quite a smidge.
It is time now for the Red Zone. Why do we call it the Red Zone, JSO?
Well, I'm sure the viewers have already kind of put 2 and 2 together, but if you're familiar with DirecTV's NFL Red Zone, the Zelda 1 community... The Zelda 1 community kind of came up with the idea to have its own channel in Discord where they could tag people who were interested and get real-time PB updates whenever a runner's headed into the late game on PB Pace, which is actually where the inspiration for this stream came from. And it's been a monumental success. We've seen many, many runs die, but we've seen many, many PBs that have been Red Zone, and it helps channels grow. It helps people get to see the most exciting parts of Zelda 1 speedrunning. We have a Red Zone alert on Redbird Grad as we speak.
The only problem he has right now is he's only got 3 bombs, but he is in -33 out of 8. Also keep an eye on True Blue because he's got a potential for something serious to happen here on the chase for sub 30.
And at the top of the hour, Redbird headed into the second part of 9. He does have the option. It's a dangerous option. It's a slow option, but it might save his run here. Let me ask you guys, because I already know the answer, but would you guys kill Patra 1 here for the free bombs, or would you risk it for the Fisk bit?
No way I'm killing Patra.
Ooh, Pranzo takes a death! Oh!
No way I'm killing Patra. I am forcing a count on the Keys and the Zols coming up after the next room.
Oh, and then Patra goes last!
Oh, well, at least he knows his count.
Patra has come to play tonight. Oh, man, he's come to play tonight. Patra's been ruining all of our runs tonight.
True Blue -1 out of level 6.
Oh, Redbird, be careful. His count is 3. Let's see if he remembers that.
Not getting a lot of love. He's not gonna. He doesn't have enough to.
Oh no, he's been bopped. His count is 1. He's gonna have. Oh no.
That's still only. That's still not enough. Yeah.
Where is he gonna try to get this force drop from?
I guess will be the Wizrobe.
Oh, okay. I see what he's doing.
He's gonna head back.
I see what he's doing.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is so costly. Please get the bomb here. Oh.
All right.
Yeah, that's part 1. Time. That's part 1, but look at his health. Oh man.
I wonder if Redbird could get through level 9 without taking a hit.
Quietly, meanwhile, as Redbird attempts to survive this 9, True Blue into 8, he's still on pace and looking good.
And he will have Beam Swords out of Blue Lagoon 1. Come on, Redbird, you got to get through Reverse C. This is going to be very, very stressful here for Redbird Grad at this point.
Maybe not! Maybe not!
And he gets bombs in the heart, too!
Perfect! Could not have gone any better, short of a fairy, I guess.
Oh, True Blue done with Blue Lagoon 2!
So it's looking more and more like if Redbird finishes, he will see 31. We will see a 31 time out of him, but still on PB pace, I would think.
It's going to be close. It's going to be super close. And what's nice is if he's able to survive this and PB, he's got about a 45-second time save in 9, but he's got to survive first.
Yeah, he's going to take this easy against Patra. True Blue is even out of level 8.
Oh, Redbird! Oh,
in and out. Got the double-double animal style from the like-likes.
All right, so F's in chat for Redbird gave us a great run. That was unfortunate. What a run by Redbird. He did what he could to keep it going. Oh, man.
This game can be so stressful. Really,
all right, True Blue headed
stressful.
to 9.
Yes, he is. He is even out of 8. No bombs for Excise Blue in 2.
True Blue is on legitimate sub-30 threat pace, folks. If he can get this, and again, I've said it earlier in this broadcast, a lot of heartbreak lately for True Blue. He's due. I'm pulling for him.
He's got an extra bomb if nothing else happens.
My heart is still pounding from Redbird. What a clutch attempt. Just unfortunately, that damage in that next room, just too much for him to overcome. Meanwhile, Dark Magician in 6, he's on a pretty solid pace as well.
Yeah, but he lost a lot of time in 7. Excise Blue done, getting ready to leave level 2. And he's going to be minus 10 out of 2.
Ooh, nice clock for Dark Magician. He needed that. He had a really bad pattern, was getting knocked around a bit. That clock kind of bailed him out there.
Yeah, kind of slows things down for you in some situations, but, you know, at the expense of worrying about whether or not it's gonna get hit. And True Blue getting the first Patra 1 skip of the night. He finally went right.
Patra finally plays nice. This is the urn. I've already called like 3 urns tonight. I should stop calling urns.
Nice bomb.
Maybe
board.
if you didn't call them urns, because urns means death.
This is a good point. He does get a bomb drop there. He took some bops, but his bombs are in good shape.
Yeah, it was a forced drop before he got bopped.
Yeah, his health is a little bit of a concern. He should be fine. As long as he...
He's in better shape than Redbird Grad was in this area.
Quick update. F. Coughlin in level 1 on slight PB pace.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on him, and unfortunately 7 o'clock not helping out for True Blue. He ended up having to take a few extra swings at it. Thankfully, Patra 2 cooperated, though.
Ooh, Dark Magician, his last rupee hits Goma, and he barely got into the Goma's chamber in front of that red beam. That was close, but he makes it.
Yeah, but unfortunately, he's now a minute over his PB.
All right, well, the good news, True Blue's going to survive this reverse C. The bad news, unless he goes for Fast Patra, and I don't even know if that'll be enough. I don't think he's got it. This is going to be close.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of always want at least 2 minutes from Silver Arrow pickup to finish the game out, and had to use probably 1 more bomb than he was hoping to there in reverse C. Because of a bubble situation. I mean, he had it in position to have 2 quick sword swings to finish the room off, and then he got bubbled. So he had to use a bomb, and all the bad things started happening.
Let's see if he pulls through.
Yeah, let's see how he does here with the final Wizrobe room coming up. Come on, True Blue, let's get to the finish line. Let's make it 2 runners to make it to the finish line. Get some extra bombs for this room in case he wants to use them, as Dark Magician does with Blue Lagoon. And we do see a pretty solid Wizrobe 3 for True Blue.
So fast, the trap hadn't even gotten back into position yet.
He's got an outside shot. I don't know, man. This is going to be... It's going to have to be Fast Patra. It's his only chance.
He may not get the sub 30, but he may get the fastest run of the night.
Yeah, 30-30 is our fastest run so far, correct?
It's the only run that's so far.
I just don't think it'll be enough. You usually want to get into Ganon's chamber at about 29:40. So, probably just missing it, but what a run by True Blue.
Yeah, he does not have a sub 30 here, but if Ganon plays nice with True Blue, he will have the fastest run of any finisher so far. There's the 30 right now. Ganon goes right-hand side, over to the left. Nope. But solid. Come on, one more swing at Ganon. There it is. Get your GGs in the chat for True Blue 83.
Yeah. While you were
fastest run of the night.
Yeah, fastest run of the night. While that was happening, Ice Blue picked up the dreaded clock in the wall mess room in level 7. Had to leave and come back.
Yeah, that's going to destroy him as far as PB pace is concerned, because he's now going to be plus out of 7.
All right, now we have Fred Coughlin up on our screen, purchasing his blue candle on double hundo route, so he is on a pretty solid pace here. About even with his PB, maybe a tiny bit ahead as he heads into level 5.
So, Excise Blue now plus 9 out of level 7. That's where that unfortunate clock is going to hurt him, as Dark Magician's going to be heading to level 9, but his chances of PB is pretty much non-existent at this point.
Yeah, still a solid attempt, and kudos to him for playing it out. Currently on about a mid-32 pace. Just some bad luck in the mid-game kind of set him back a bit.
Meanwhile, we missed this, but Jay Coper ended up being the third person to finish a run. He finished, though, behind his PB, 31-39.
Yeah, GG's in chat for Jay Coper, one of the few runners we haven't had up just yet. We'll have to get him up for you folks at some point this evening, as we are in the sunrise of hour number 2, and Fred Coughlin is in the sunrise of a recorder room,
where he's probably going, you son of a monkey, with the Dark Nuts turned left on him.
Oh, be careful, Fred. Down to 1 heart. And he's not even going to bother.
Reset.
Tough luck. That would have been a really tough finish. Oh, Patra goes left again on Dark Magician. Patra
knows we're trying to do this.
Somebody put some bugs in his Wheaties or something, man. Like, he needs to relax. Ooh, nice clock for DM, and he's going to get through the next room. Really nice job. I'm not sure if that was on purpose or not, but regardless, he'll take it.
Quick update of all the runners that we have currently. A-Mo is just about to grab a ladder at 4 minutes and 7 seconds. We have Cake Sauce currently in level 3. Fred, he is back in level 3. Excise Blue is about ready to finish off with level 6. Antlers heading to level 3. Reabs just grabbing a wood sword at this point. Coper on his next run is grabbing a raft. Dark Magician in 9. Redbird Grad is in level 4. Math Guy, who we haven't had a chance to see on our... Well, we haven't seen him on the screen just yet. He's heading to level 3 at this point. And Pronzo currently facing off against a Manhandler that does not want to play nice, so that's going to be a reset. So that's an update of all the runners we've got going on so far on the chase for sub 30. JSR.
Well, as Ice Blue grabs the level 6 Triforce at about 23:30 flat, right about on pace with his PB, maybe a tiny bit on the red side.
He is plus 17.
Sub 30 is... Yeah, a sub 30 is unlikely, but definitely could still have an outside shot at PB if he has a strong end game here.
And unfortunately, right now, Dark Magician taking a lot of hits from the likes at level 9. Before that, though, he finished off the reverse C room without ever going above the first tile, the bottom tile on the screen. It was an absolutely beautiful display of efficiency.
Oh, nice. Nice trap room by Dark Magician, showing off bomb strats, gets through with no damage, down to 2 hearts.
Yeah, it's crazy. He's been doing all the hard rooms in level 9 wonderfully.
You had that heart to spare and needed it.
Blue Lagoon not playing nice with X-Ice Blue at this point.
Ooh, nice bomb clip for DM, showing off some swag. He's got a bomb. We're going to see a grayscale here. Oh, he went for it!
I think you should go back in the staircase.
As we get closer to the end of Dark Magician's run, just want to remind all the people watching to give these runners all a follow as... Oh, be careful, Ice. And as my friend Laws likes to say, here's Ganon.
Bottom left gets him stunned. Nope, that's 2. He's going to have to be careful because the fireball is a death at this point. And he takes the fireball!
That was a very
Dark Magician could have finished it.
Yeah. Oh, Ganon too strong. GG's and F's in chat for Dark Magician. Now Ice Blue down to half a heart against Gleeok. Oh, this is dangerous.
And
floating head of doom.
Reset.
Yeah, Dark Magician took an interesting route to that Ganon fight there. I guess I've just gotten spoiled by the standard go up and left hit him, then try to catch him in the corner and then play from the middle. I feel like that's what we're going to see more often than not tonight if we see someone get to Ganon. But man, unfortunately, when you're down to 1 heart, you get stuck in that corner. The corner strat's great for if you've got a few hearts to give, but then you find yourself in a situation where you're probably going to get hit by a fireball and be done.
So if we can get an update on our runners at this point, right now, Amo is the furthest along of anybody who's running at this point, about to leave level 1. Taking a look at the splits, and is just green leaving level 1.
So as we set up to bring some more runners onto the feature for you, as I was trying to say before Ganon was a jerk, make sure you guys follow all of the runners we've been featuring tonight. All talented runners. They run all sorts of games, not just Z1, but randomizers and other games as well. Also, make sure you follow my co-commentators, Adirondack Rick and Liquid Husband, both great speedrunners and streamers in their own right. And finally, I just want to thank all of the Speed Gaming Network, Feasel, everybody involved for helping put this together. This has been so much fun, and we're not even halfway through. This has been a blast.
Yeah, definitely shout out to Feasel, who's handling the controls behind us today. Just big shout outs to him, who just ran along with this idea that JSR had, and you know, we've enjoyed this planning, and I'd love to see somebody get a PB. Let's make our speedruns.com moderators have to verify a few runs tonight.
Redbird grabs the bow. He's on a pretty solid pace so far. A really solid pace, in fact. So definitely keep an eye on Redbird in the corner, as Amo now will be headed to level 2 shortly, also on a pretty solid pace.
Redbird trying to collect some rupees from the Wallmasters in level 1, though. Sticking true to his guns in that 30-30 route, not wanting to try the double hundo. Gonna try to find those last 4 rupees somewhere in the desert, most likely.
Yeah, he ends up leaving level 1 about 6 seconds off his PB, as Amo about to Oh, he does. That's right. He is doing 2 first before 5, so therefore he's going into level 2 at this point. So keep an eye on him. His time out of level 2 is going to be 11:10. That's the time we're going to be keeping an eye on now.
Yeah, somebody in chat mentioning as Redbird scrolls through the desert. Yes, I said he scrolls through the desert, Liquid Husband. Well, he's attempting to anyways. Somebody mentioning in chat, and I mentioned this earlier, tonight is the first night I've seen him so far where he's been on console doing vanilla speed runs, and it showed. He's had multiple runs on pace. This one's a little off pace, but it's still very early, and Redbird is good enough that if he can get these requisite rupees he needs to continue the run, he can easily make this time up.
You are a major proponent of running on a console. I know you had discussions with me over at AGDQ about it, and it is definitely something I'd have to speak out and say it does feel different when you play this on a console.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with playing on an emulator. I think emulators are great. It's just on this type of speed run, especially when you're fighting Dark Nuts and you're fighting other enemies that are just so hard to dodge in a game where getting hit in the wrong place can completely ruin your run. It's not just because of your health. And I don't know if we've really touched on this too much in tonight's cast, and we can come back to that in a moment, but there's consecutive counters and things in that nature in this speed run. Taking one hit at the wrong time and your run's dead. And when you're on an emulator, if you do not have the perfect setup for your emulator, you're probably dealing with input lag. If you're playing on a regular NES, on a regular CRT, that's not an issue. And the difference is night and day for some runners, and I've seen that with, time and time again. Pronzo, another example. Just people switch from emulator to console, and their play improves dramatically almost overnight.
Yeah, and the best way it's ever been described to me is that when you're playing on an emulator, you're better at reactive combat. But when you're playing on console, you're almost more proactive, like you're able to go out there and get the attack you're looking for. And that's why fighting, enemies like Dark Nuts, that you have to, you can't just sit around and wait for a Dark Nut to come to you like you can a rope. So that's why, that's the explanation I got from someone about why it's easier to fight them on a console versus emulator, and it makes perfect sense.
I do want to point out, though, that we did see, first of all, Amo being even out of level 2, and Redbird Grad had to do penalty box here as he tried to set up some bomb drops.
Yeah, able to keep the run going, but he did lose a lot of time. He is quite a bit behind his pace, but does have the requisite bombs and enough health to make it through 5, and he has enough time saves left in the run. He can definitely still PB. True Blue says hi to Gleok, and Gleok says hi back in a bad way.
Can I also keep an eye on Redbird Grad's health down to 1 heart.
But to just put a close on that, because some people in chat are still mentioning it, if you have the means and the space, I strongly suggest it. I mean, it's like somebody described once, if you've ever seen the anime Dragon Ball Z, and Goku has the weighted clothing on, and he's fighting with the weighted clothing, and he's getting his behind kicked, he takes the weighted clothing off. Playing on console for the first time is like taking that weighted clothing off. And if you are seriously considering running this game at a competitive level, it's my biggest suggestion. Get on a console. It's going to make a tremendous difference if you can.
Yeah, unfortunately, not everyone has the means to do so, and some people will go ahead and play with emulators while they try to get themselves set up for those means. But let's go ahead and continue focusing on what we've got right now. We'll get back to that topic in just a moment as Redbird Grad dealing with a stressful Dig Dogger fight with half a heart left. It takes a fireball before he can claim the prize of level 5. Oh.
Well, at least Dig Dogger's dead.
Yeah, that's right. Amo's split out of level 5, by the way. It's 1531.
Quick update. Apparently, Ice Blue is on a pretty good pace. We'll see if we can check in on him shortly. Fastest run of the night so far was True Blue 83. The Dr. Blue was second, and Jay Coper third. 3 finished runs so far. A little under an hour and a half, about halfway through tonight's stream.
Yeah, we are going crazy here, continuing the runs with all of our runners at this point. Shout outs to everybody joining us for the night of a bunch of resets, a lot of looking at level 3 Dark Nuts, but hey, we're having fun.
Fred had some fun with that Gleeok, but he survives. He's out of 4, reasonably good pace, and he's got really nice counts. Oh, I did not get the rupee! Oh, no! And with Bombs of Frustration, Ice Blue resets, and he had a good pace going too, but unfortunately, that's one of the dangers of the 30-30 route, and well, I've tasted that defeat many times.
Can confirm.
Nice start to level 1 for Fred. He's got his bombs looking good, trying to build a count here for this Guerrilla room right before the bow. Or at least, we think it's the bow in this seed.
It's the bow!
Fred! Sorry, I had to do it in a vanilla stream. It's only like, you know, appropriate, I guess.
Is this even randomized? Abo about ready to go into level 7.
Quick update on the Dr. Blue, who's been away from the main restream for a while, headed out of level 1, and he is about even with PB Pace, so we'll keep an eye on him. In fact, we may be bringing him in shortly. Remember, Dr. Blue is our current top runner that does not have a 29. So he doesn't need a PB by much, so if he's even, he's on pretty good pace for a sub 30.
Fred out of level 1. He'll be heading on over towards level 5 coming up in just a moment with a 30-13 PB. True Blue through level 4 at this point. Amo about to feed the meat to the Grumble as he makes his way over towards the remainder of this level 7 as we try to see...
Oh, baby! Oh, baby! What a recorder room for Dr. Blue!
Man.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
This is double hundo, and he is... Wow!
1045.
Keep an eye on Dr. Blue. Wow!
That might be the thing that a sub 30 is made of, the way that he annihilated that. As Amo grabs the red candle, one of the few runners that are still on the red candle route on a 3 first. You know, we pulled in Dr. Blue at just the right time in order for her to see that great room of requirement.
Yeah, and he has near full health. He has 7 bombs. He has the freedom to do whatever he chooses for the back half of 5. He is in great shape on a great pace.
It's just a shame he's going to have to menu.
Well, it's probably a good thing he had those extra bombs because the Gibdos just not playing nice, so having those extra bombs kind of helped him out a bit there.
The Dr. Blue's time out of level 5 is 12 minutes and 34 seconds. Keep an eye on that.
Amo, into reverse C, gets the clock at the right time. dealing with the Kanana phone route spawns in reverse C means you have to get the red candle. It messes your spawns up, and you have a very high probability of Wallmaster issues. He's able to pull through, and he's going to survive 7 with a pretty good pace going.
And bombs.
Yeah, he's going to be red, unfortunately, coming out of here. In fact, he's going to be probably plus 25 out of here. But he is out of level 7. We'll be heading on to level 6 in just a moment. True Blue with a very stressful Gleeok in level 4 will continue this run. Will be minus 5 out of 4.
Quick update on Cake Sauce. He is also out of level 4. Pretty early in the run, but he is 14 seconds green. We'll keep you posted.
Apparently, Fred had some issues scrolling his way to level 5.
So something we haven't really talked about too much, and we'll keep an eye on True Blue, because this may come into play here, Fred, into the recorder room. In The Legend of Zelda speedrunning, we take advantage of I guess it's an intended mechanic, I suppose. If you ever saw the hint, 10th enemy has the bomb. If you kill 10 consecutive enemies without taking a hit, you will get a rupee. But if you kill that 10th enemy with a bomb, you instead get a guaranteed bomb drop. And that is one thing the runners attempt to utilize throughout the run to control their money and bomb counts. So taking a hit is a humongous detriment in The Legend of Zelda.
Dr. Blue trying to do the ladder clip at this point to grab that heart container. Such a tough ladder clip to pull off if you're trying to do it for the very first time. These runners, it's definitely not the first time. Ooh, Fred taking a hit from a blue Dark Knot on his way out of the ladder clipped, or rather the black clipped room with the Dark Nuts. That's such a great room to have to deal with in TDO, which is a different category of this run that none of these guys are running at this point. TDO is where you run the levels 1 through 9 in order, and you can't glitch. No block clips, no ladder clips, no screen scrolls whatsoever.
Doc did get a sub 14 heart grab on the Wrapped Heart as he heads into level 2. Slightly red on PB, but he is close to pace.
15:41 is the time for Dr. Blue heading out of level 2, so keep an eye on that timer as Fred... Ooh, don't get hit by those Gibdos, please.
Into the Dig Dogger room. Can he make it through?
Yeah, he's going to go with a little bit of a candle strat here to soften him up just a little bit. Don't get hit by the eyeball. That's 2 hearts. Fred, he does!
Oh, no.
And that will be a reset for Fred. As we see Dr. Blue making his way through level 2. He does have 4 bombs to his arsenal at this point. A lot of the runners you're going to see with these level 2s are going to use candle strats in some of these rope rooms to help them out. Amo done with level 6 at 23:12. So he is, at this point, 18 seconds off his PB.
True Blue's scrolling over to get his 100 secret in his candle on pretty good pace at the moment. And we have another update on Cake Sauce leaving level 1, and he is green. We'll keep you posted on him as well.
Hey, we're getting introduced to Antlers on our screen at this point. Haven't seen much of him in this stream.
Yeah, just got an update. He just finished the recorder, and he is green. Not by a ton, but green at a recorder is a run. Antlers' current posted SR.com PB is 30:43. So we'll keep an eye on him and see if he's able to save that amount of time, or at least get a PB shot here as he heads to the back half of 5.
Yeah, I think he might have, if not the freshest PB time on of the bunch. Got to be pretty close.
Oh, Amo!
Oh.
Cake Sauce, by the way, is still green going into level 2. An update here as he does 2 first versus 5.
Ooh, an unfortunate death for Amo. He had a shot, and unfortunately, level 8 too strong. Level 8 is just that kind of level. It can go really great, and it can go south in a hurry. Those blue Dark Nuts doing 2 full hearts of damage with the green tunic. Unfortunately, just a couple extra bops, and he had no chance.
I remember my 80% no up and A tournament race against you, JSR, that level 8 decided to destroy me. It's not fun whatsoever. Antlers done with level 5 at 1252.
Well, especially in this, because at least these runners have the option to reset. In a race, not only do you not really have the option to reset, but you have to go back into 8 with 3 hearts, or you have to go get the fairy or potion of shame. And that is such a long walk after you've just died in 8. It's such a demoralizing thing to happen in a no reset scenario. So level 8 doesn't play. Level 8 is one of the hardest levels in this game. It's fast, but it's furious.
I felt like that forfeiting that race. It's extremely difficult to try to deal with those Dark Nuts with 3 hearts, but that was with Magical Sword. I couldn't even dream of trying to deal with that room the way that low percent runners end up doing another category in this game that we get to see every now and then, but not a lot.
Oh,
I missed it.
Dr. Blue.
Oh no, Dr. Blue! Oh!
Meanwhile, the other blue, True Blue, having a pretty solid run. And Dr. Blue just alerted us. He's taking a water break. He might need to hose off after that Wallmaster got his grubby paws all over him.
That's very unfortunate. So we'll go ahead and get somebody else on here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the update, see where other runners are at this point as we continue the chase for something.
It's something we glazed over a little bit earlier. But Antlers, I mean, he's been playing this game, what?
Not very long.
6 or 7 months, maybe? And most of that randomizer? And the rest of it almost low percent? I mean, he jumped straight into the fire.
And we see that a lot. I mean, especially we saw that in the tournament last year. We've seen a lot of runners pick that up both as a challenge and as a change of pace, and it really does help your combat a lot when you have to learn to fight those Dark Nuts with the blues or with the wooden sword and 3 hearts. And it's really become a very popular category. We've seen a GDQ run now between, I believe it was Lack Attack, Unos, and BTs. And it was really hyped to see that race.
Watch it on YouTube if you haven't already.
Zelda 1 is a game with a lot of amazing categories and a lot of different ways to play it. 100% traditional dungeon order glitchless, any percent, and of course low percent, amongst others. Swordless, one of our runners we haven't featured yet, Jay Coper, famous for swordless. We've even seen runners attempting to beat this game blindfolded, successfully I might add, including Jay Coper and our other Crystal Saver.
So, define attempted, because I'm pretty
and of
sure,
course, Lack Attack.
I think Saber did it low percent or blindfolded and swordless, didn't he?
I don't remember for sure. I know after Lack completed his run, Jay Coper recently did another one, and shouts out to Saber lately. One of the Zelda, the older Zelda runners, as far as like the old school guys, recently doing Breath of the Wild blindfolded, and that was tremendously fun to watch.
He's in chat right now. Shout outs to Crystal Saber, one of the best people in the community. Also, shout outs to Antlers. He is minus 10 out of level 2. Although he probably won't be minus 10 after going back into the wood arrow shop the second time.
Hey, buy something, will you? They should have a no loitering sign, and then Antlers wouldn't have gone in there a second time.
Well, the Westlake Mall has a great food court. I mean, you get the prime meat there. I mean, it's a fun place to shop.
Yeah, but Antlers went back for a sample that he shouldn't have. That was unethical of him.
Oh, True Blue! No!
What?
Oh, the Dodongo didn't get smoked. I think he dropped his bomb a tiny bit too early, and it didn't smoke him. And that's going to cost him. He's still on a solid pace, but with only 5 bombs headed to level 7.
True Blue currently minus 6 leaving level 2, but those 5 bombs could come into play.
I think I have an idea what his angry at Zelda story for the night is going to be if nothing ever comes of any of these runs. It's going to be the story is going to be that Dodongo, because man, how on earth that was? I mean, a matter of pixels and frames there.
Quick update on Pronzo leaving level 1 green. We'll keep an eye on him as True Blue picks up his prime cut of meat. Is he going to be able to survive this bomb threat, Rick? This is scary.
There's 2 ways he could tackle this problem. 3, actually. He could always buy bombs. But we've been over that already. Probably not going to do that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe in a race, but not in a PB scenario. Antlers, be careful. He's getting a full body massage here in level 7, down to a heart and a half. Be careful, down to half a heart.
This is not where you want to be, down to a half of a heart for Antlers. So he's going to have to be extremely careful, especially when he switches over here. Get out of the way. Oh, nice. 5 heart refill.
Fairy. What a break for Antlers and a Brodongo! Oh, wow, what a turn of events for Antlers. He's back in it, folks.
Yeah. He saw, I bet his eyes were like saucers when he saw that Dodongo walking in a straight line towards the bomb hole. That was perfect placement.
Antlers' time out of level 7, by the way, is 20 minutes and 5 seconds. Keep an eye on that timer.
True Blue has a clean river room. Even though he's down to 4 bombs, he is moving fast. He could really use a Brodongo himself.
Oh, and Antlers had 4 more bombs on the ground there and was already on his way through the bomb hole when he saw it.
Plus 5 or plus 4 for Antlers out of level 7. That is still PB worthy of a watch at this point in time, as we do see True Blue getting a little annoyed by the Blue Gorillas.
Pronzo, an update, takes a death in 5. The historic Fort Gibdo claiming another victim.
Yeah.
I hate that gift shop.
It's got the worst gift shop in all of the national parks.
Sweet Merciful Fairy for True Blue. He's going to farm this bomb here. Unfortunately, has no choice. And this is going to hurt him big time. This will put him slightly red, leaving level 7 at the best.
Yeah. If you're going to get the bombs out of that room, you almost have to use a couple of bombs in order to get it. If you want to not lose a bunch of time like True Blue did there. Obviously, you know, if you're needing bombs, the last thing you want to do is use bombs. But hey, you gotta spend money to make money.
Dodongo once again.
Dodongo.
Oh, True Blue, that was close. We almost saw Wallmasters take another victim. He pulls through.
Quick thinking, dropping those bombs.
Definitely, definitely. You've got to be a little resourceful at this point in time. Gets another bomb drop on the floor, although that one didn't explode. He's going to be red coming out of this level 7 at this point, unfortunately. Looks like just the way that this 7 went for True Blue, his chances for sub 30 probably just lost it at that point. He's plus 18.
It is possible,
it's
but
still possible, but it's slipping away.
Yeah. Update: Redbird in 5 on a good pace, Fred in 1 on a good pace, and it looks like we're going to take a peek at Fred Coughlin, the creator of the Zelda 1 randomizer, by the way, and a really good dude. If you haven't tried the Zelda 1 randomizer yet, you're missing out.
He is also the creator of the Super Mario Bros. 3 randomizer, which you've seen some races with that current tournament going on here on the Speed Gaming Networks. But he is green, leading level 1.
Keep in mind, Fred is our 3rd closest to sub 30 going into tonight. Has been sitting on his PB for a while. True Blue, oh no!
What in the world?
That was a guinea party. Oh man, that was unfortunate. I don't think I've never had that happen. That's the first time I've ever seen that. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that run was full of things that True Blue has to ask himself, how did that happen?
Antlers plus 8 out of level 6.
Yeah, that is not how you ace glitch at all. Oh, what a tough break for True Blue, but he'll jump back on. Fred now, headed into 2.
Yeah, he's going to have
on
to do
a very good pace.
Yeah, he's going to have to do the 2 first versus the 5 first because he's got no bombs to his name at this point.
So assuming that Fred knows the Kanana route and assuming that he's doing that, he can still very much salvage a run out of this.
Well, Fred's normal route with this will be he'll get the 100 secret after he's out of level 2 and then purchase the blue candle before heading in. He will thankfully get some bombs off the Agrias in this room as we go see Antlers dealing with the Blue Lagoon 1.
And dealing with it is a good way to say it. He's having a little bit of luck and gets no help from the Blue Darknuts, who are in the health-dropping group. Unfortunate.
And
his health is a concern now.
In this room, he's down to 3.5 hearts. This is a little scary at this point. 1.5. 1 heart. Oh, he gets through it, though. Down to 2 hearts. Keep an eye on this one.
Yeah, an unfortunate health luck here for Antlers. Has a shot to pull through here, and he does. Well done. Nice fight for Antlers.
Yeah, you can really see the low percent practice on the that level 8 Gleeok coming into play there. Gets through him without taking a single hit.
Costly refill, but he does have an outside shot at a PB here.
Just a quick update on the other runners that we have going on at this point. Amo is back into level 2. Cake Sauce currently in level 1. Excise Blue is currently in level 4. Antlers heading to level 9 as we can see on our screen. Reabs is just finished off against Dig Dogger in level 5. Going to be red at this point, but out of level 5, about ready to head into level 2. Jake Coper is currently getting his way over towards level 2 at this point. Jark Magician's going back into level 3. Redbird Grad's in 3. Math Guy's heading to 3 as well. And Fred 5. Bronzo level 4. And Dr. Blue in level 4. That's your update. JSR?
Antlers headed into 9. He is quite red leading 8. However, he has a 5 roughly 527 split here, which is not a tremendously strong level 9 split. The refill might put this out of reach, but he definitely has a realistic shot at a PB still.
Ooh, he's off on his count. He tried to bomb Bazal.
Yeah.
Probably thought he was at the 10. And all he got was a single rupee off of him.
That is a backbreaker at this point. He's going to use one bomb to get into the next room. He's going to have to work a count here or take out Patra 1. If he wants a shot at PB, the count is his only chance.
He says no, and Patrick cooperates. May he get lucky.
He's certainly got a count going here.
Yeah, if he knows his count, he can salvage this. Oh
boy. This is getting extremely scary at this point.
Apparently he didn't know his count, or didn't care.
Going at the 7 o'clock strats. He's got a couple chances at bombs here, but without them, he's in deep water without a paddle.
He spends his final bomb. Nobody around him to try to get a force drop on him. Will he get lucky with the Riz Robes? No. He leaves the room, which is going to set off his spawns here. Maybe tries with these red Riz Robes. No. As partakes a death in level 5. Bomb drop.
Yeah, he gave himself an extra red Wiz Robe here in Reverse C by leaving the room and coming back.
Yeah, he's going to lose the chance to maybe get a PB here. A really bad chance of getting a PB at this point because of that, but he's going to try to finish this run off. Let's go Antlers. Cheer Antlers to the finish line, guys.
Hell situation is great. Timer, probably not quite on PB pace, but he can still have a strong finish here. Oh, nice job recovering from the missed reverse clip. He nails it the second try, doesn't take any damage.
That was a very narrow window on that second clip that he nailed. Then Patra 2 repaid him in kind.
Ooh, an update on Reeves, unfortunately, does reset. He was kind of deep into a run, but did have to reset there.
Oh, this is starting to get a little dangerous for Antlers with 3.5 hearts. As we see Cake Sauce leaving level 2 at 11:08. And that's just 1 second off his PB. His PB being 30 minutes and 29 seconds. Antlers PB, by the way, is 30:43, which is not going to happen in this run. But we would love to see Antlers finish this run off and give us a reason to go GG's in chat. Oh, half a heart. This is... Oh, come on. Get to the finish line, Antlers.
Ooh, that heart is actually really big. He can take a fireball now.
Just don't take a Ganon hug. Please don't take a Ganon hug. Whatever you do, don't take a Ganon hug. Over
Two
left,
hits.
come on.
Three.
Over. There we go. We got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, get your GGs in chat for Antlers. He's going to finish with an official non-SRL time of about 31:15.
31:15 GG's Antlers.
An official SG time. How about that?
There you go. I caught myself. I caught it. our 4th finished run of the night, and I think just a smidge ahead of Jay Coper for 3rd place. So well done for Antlers.
Absolutely. Speaking of Jay Coper, he is currently in level 5. He did 2 first in this run.
Now taking a closer look at my boy Blue, True Blue 83, entering level 1, immediately leaving level 1, and then entering level 1 again. For whatever reason, it tricks the game into opening the key door at the top of level 1, affectionately known as the pirouette.
I don't think Cake Sauce is going to be extremely happy with this Blue Lagoon, or rather this room requirement right now. Had 3 Darknuts left after he had to kill them all. Jay Coper, by the way, an update on him as we get him on the stream for the very first time. 1547 out of level 5. Once again, he did 2 first.
Yeah, checking his splits, that is... Let's see. Oh, his splits might be...
Yeah, it's gonna be tough to decipher his splits, because in his PB he ended up doing a 5.2, and his timer is set to 2.5.
Well, if I remember correctly, and somebody might have mentioned this in chat earlier, Jay Coper's speedrun.com PB is not his true PB. Maybe somebody in chat can update us on his true PB. I know he has a sub 31. I just don't remember the time.
Yes, he does. He mentioned it on Discord earlier that it is a 3054, perhaps? Something in the upper 30 range, though.
So we'll keep an eye on him, his first time on the restream tonight. Having a little fun with some Armo statues, takes a couple hearts of damage, but still okay. This is fine.
See True Blue leaving level 1, by the way.
Ooh, an update on Pranzo headed into Gleeok. Had a very strong start. I know it's early. Headed into Gleeok in 4. Oh, man, I spoke a little too soon. Never mind.
He did the spin of death, unfortunately, and back to start he goes. So, keeping an eye on our runners right now, we do see Jay Coper's the furthest ahead of anyone at this point, inside of level 7, dealing... We're getting ready to deal with the fun and excitement of the River Room. One of the biggest tests of that level 7, by the way.
In the River Room, there's a lot of different strats. Most runners opt for the arrow strats, but runners lately have been using bomb strats. They'll work a count going into 7, and if they can get to this room without taking a bop, you can force a bomb and kill those blue gorillas very quickly. In fact, just recently I saw a clip of Unos doing what might be the fastest ever on record, and it was insane. It was... If you are in the Zelda 1 Discord, go check that clip out. It's amazing.
He pretty much just destroys that River Room for everything it's worth.
Yeah, until I saw that, I was not a fan of bomb strats, and then as soon as I saw that, I went into my practice ROM and started messing with it. It's not an easy strat to pull off, and he made it look super easy.
Well, that's the thing with Unos, is that he's the type of runner who makes anything look easy.
That's a fair point, Rick. Slightly off topic to the chase for sub 30, but anytime I watch Unos, I'm just constantly baffled at how he doesn't have the world record in everything.
A lot of talented runners at the top of their game right now. In all of the ranges of PBs in this game, besides the ones you see before you, even our own Lack Attack, the current world record holder, has set his sights on 27, and there have been new routes that have been explored. It's really a very exciting time to be a runner of this game, and I don't know if it's ever been bigger.
Cakesaw's going to have a miserable room in this river because he's got no arrows. He's got no rupees for arrows, that is. As Jay Coper, we're going to have to keep an eye on that bomb count down to 1.
And with these red candle spawns, he gets a troll bubble immediately. He's going to use that new red candle and uses it nicely. Well done.
He's going to have to get lucky, though, with bombs coming up, either off the Guria coming up soon or the red Riz ropes coming up in level 6.
Yeah, the growth in this game has been amazing. One of the runners from last year's tournament, who was a relatively new runner, if you don't already follow this guy, I know he's not being featured tonight. That's because he already has a sub 30, and that is Green Mario. If you don't already follow him, check him out. He nearly PB'd tonight. Last year, he entered the tournament with a PB of around 40, and now he's vying for sub 29. His improvement has been tremendous and is a very underrated streamer, as is Shiksaw, another newer runner who's sub 30 since the last tournament.
And this is just the kind of the case of showing how constant playing of this game, improving your strats, just making sure that you get better in each of the combat rooms that you have to deal with, tightening up your movement, things like that. You can go places with this. Like, I know I don't take a lot of time to play this game in the vanilla speedrun, and that's why my time goes down little by little. But if I get onto a serious amount of runs, that time does go down, like half a minute here, half a minute there.
This is the type of game, the more work you put into it in a good chunk of time, the more it pays off. Unfortunately, the lower your time gets, the more you have to work, and the smaller those chunks get. But I'll tell you, if you know who I am, you know I run a lot of games.
Just want to mention, Jay Colbert got lucky in the Wizrobe room.
Oh, yes, he did. Nice job. He did. Avoids the Gleeok of Shame, gets bomb drop.
Nobody wants to do the Gleeok of Shame.
Of all the games that I run,
get that
Zelda
key!
Zelda 1 is easily the one that gives me the most satisfaction out of a PB. And
more bombs!
It's just such a good run, and if you're considering learning a new game, think about Zelda 1. It's a really fun run to learn and so satisfying.
So you mentioned about tournaments. You're one of the people that is trying to work on maybe doing a new tournament this year. That's not completely set in stone just yet, but maybe a tournament later this year?
All right, so I don't want to announce anything officially because nothing is set in stone yet. I will tease and say we are close to something happening. Very, very, very close. Like, if you're not in the Zelda 1 Discord and you're interested in a Zelda 1 tournament, you might want to keep an eye on it in the next few weeks.
You have been warned. Jay Cooper is out of level 6, however, unfortunately, he is going to be plus on his splits.
Quick update on Redbird grab. Green at the bow. Headed through. Great counts. We'll keep an eye on Redbird.
Okay, Exile's getting hit around here just a little bit, having an unfortunate MB1. Gets through it, but probably not exactly the magical breakfast one that he was hoping for.
Level 6 is a very scary level casually. As a speedrun, it's an interesting level. It's not that scary if you are able to perform the strats you practice. The problem is those bubbles. Those bubbles will ruin your day, and there's not much you can do about it in some circumstances.
Can't we just exterminate those bubbles?
We need to petition to Fred, killable bubbles in randomizer, please.
I would love to have a room filled with bubbles and go ahead and kill them for all the things they've done to me, both in vanilla runs as well as randomizer.
Ooh, Jay Coper in the first Blue Lagoon. He's okay on health, but he took a lot of bops there.
Yeah, I got a little lucky with the drops out of the health group to put him back up to 9 current standing hearts. Let's see how number 2 goes. Uses the bomb to soften them up. Got all but one of them on that bomb there, which was pretty good. Helped him out, definitely.
Oh, that was a slick usage of bombs by Jay Coper. It's a risky play, but when it pays off, it pays off. He hit 4 darkness with 1 bomb. Nicely done.
Takes us out of level 6, however, plus 22 on his splits. True Blue trying to do the screen scroll on his way to level 7.
I saw something on Cake Sauce's screen. He killed all the Wizrobes in that trap room right before Goma, and perhaps one of you could provide a little insight as to why, because I'm not quite sure why he did it.
Sorry, I was checking some splits. What was the question, Liquid?
Cake Sauce killed all the Wizrobes in that trap room before Goma in level 6, and I'm not exactly certain as to why.
It's possible because he's down to 0 rupees. I don't know how many rupees he had going into Goma. If he had 8 bombs already, I honestly can't say why he would have.
Jay Coper heading on over towards level 9. I don't know if he'll be able to get a PB on this run. I think that might be out of the water for him, but let's get Jay Coper to the finish line. He would be the first one to finish multiple runs if he's able to get there.
Yeah, confirmed in chat, Cake Sauce had 0 rupees and needed a rupee, obviously, for Goma. And speaking of Cake Sauce...
He's not going to get through it. He's done. Down for the count. Blue Lagoon 2.
Level 8 playing mean, just like Patra tonight. Lots of victims in level 8. Coper now into this lovely spiral room full of likes. It is possible to get through that room without having to kill any of them. It just depends on what kind of pattern you get. Ooh, True Blue gets bopped, uses a bomb.
That knockback on the bomb drop. It's happened to all of us.
It sounds like we're going to get a peek at Fred Coughlin, currently on a run. We'll see where he's at when he appears.
Yeah, True Blue's going to have to get lucky and try to see if a Dodongo was going to be a bro, but this one was not going to be a bro this time around.
He does have enough bombs to finish the level unless he makes a mistake with it, but he is in danger of our first Gliok of Shame of the evening. We'll see if he's able to avoid that.
No bomb drop here for True Blue. Gonna have to get lucky coming up in level 6. Is going to be plus on his splits, leaving level 7.
Oh, and Jay Coper gets the clock! Wow, what a nice room for Jay Coper. Gonna grab the silver arrows at about 28:58:59. He has an outside shot at PB, especially with his health situation. Fast Patra is an option. Nice reverse clip. Again, his health is looking really, really nice here. He has a shot at PB here, folks.
Takes the requisite bop from Patra, too, on the way back, so only one hit there, but got held up a little bit by the Lycolites, but at least didn't get swallowed up by one.
You spoke a little soon there. Commentator's curse. True Blue now headed into 6. His time is okay. His bombs, not so much.
Needs to get lucky and needs to get lucky right now. Nothing there. He's got 4 chances remaining at this point.
I do have an update on Reeves, currently headed into the recorder room. We'll keep an eye on Reeves. His PB is sub 31. A little red, about 29 seconds red, leaving 1. We'll keep an eye on him.
Yeah, I'd love to be able to get Reeves and Math Guy 86 both onto the stream at some point. Unfortunately, Math Guy has been spending a lot of time in level 3, and here's Ganon for Jay Coper, trying to become the first runner to finish 2 runs tonight.
Meanwhile, True Blue got the bomb at the last minute in level 6.
And there it is for Jay Coper. He ends up finishing off this Ganon. Can we get some GGs in the chat for Jay Coper? His second completed run of the night. His fastest of the 2 at 31:09.
Just missing PB. What a great run for Jay Coper. Just a little bit of rough luck in 9 kind of took the possibility out of it, but very well played. That reverse C, the next room, there were some really good moments in that 9 as well, and a solid run all the way around. True Blue leaving level 6. He's red, but it is theoretically possible.
Yeah, he's plus 23 out of level 6 at this point.
I mean, needs the 2-minute level 8 and the 5-minute level 9, right? I mean, no big deal, eh?
Update, Reeves just took a death in one of the Gibdo rooms in level 5, so he'll be going back to start. And at this point, we have a lot of runners in level 3, so we'll try to keep an eye and see if somebody can't make it out of level 4 at this point. Nope, it's not going to be Dark Magician, takes a death to a Gleeok. And of anyone else who's currently in 4 would be the Dr. Blue, who just got the ladder, but down to 2 hearts.
All right, we do have an update, and this will be an interesting one. One of the faster runners who we have not featured tonight has just gone live, a late edition.
Did we just get a...
My God, it's gotta be Roo Slugs.
Did we just get a Roo quarter in here?
Roo Slugs Vudria! Roo Slugs Machka!
And bonus, if Roo gets on pace, we'll have a ghetto cam. If he gets on a really good pace. Roo Slugs recently... True. Oh, True Blue! Yeah, still no sign of Captain Green just yet. The only runner who hasn't appeared, nor do we know if he's green. We'll keep you posted. And we are now in the grip of the level 3 simulator. I think we spoke a little too soon there, Rick.
That was a long time ago.
Well, we do have Redbird in 4, if that counts. He is still pretty early, though, and does have good counts. We'll keep an eye on Redbird.
Yeah. If I go grab my guitar real quick and play 12 bars of the level 3 blues for you, if you don't mind.
Oh, I think we lose half our viewers. All right, so update on Math Guy is in 4, Cake Sauce is in 4, and Redbird in 4. And that's about it at this moment. We'll keep you posted on all of them. And Fred is teasing the old man. Fred! What are you?
Well,
leave that poor old man alone.
He doesn't care for the old man.
But I guess that's true. We're going to get a live look in at Cake Sauce currently in the breakfast room. His bomb situation is a concern, and he's getting bubbled. Oh, those bubbles will just not leave him alone, and he cannot use another bomb, or he's going to have to face the manhandler shame, which there's no coming back from that.
I hate that manhandler.
Yeah, we actually saw that in the tournament last year. Tournament rules, race rules. If you die in a race, you have to touch back on that screen you died on. We had a runner that ran out of bombs in 4 and risked it for the Fisk bit, took the death, forgot to touch back, and was unfortunately disqualified. That is not an easy fight whatsoever, even if you do have bombs. But if you don't have bombs, it's pretty much a death wish.
Yeah, if you have to deal with the manhandler of shame at that point, you probably should just say, thanks, no. Good night, everyone. Bye.
All right, quick update on Redbird headed out of 4-2-1. Does have bombs, slightly red, but, you know, he's Redbird, so, you know. Sorry, husband. I'm trying, man. I'm not as good at this as you are.
He's slightly red, but mostly bird grad.
As he heads into level 1, we'll see if we can't get him up soon. Jay Coper now headed into 4.
I'll be honest. There's no shame whatsoever in not being as good at making fun of Redbird grad as me. I'm second only to J-Durg in that category, I believe. So.
Well, at least in this particular seed, he doesn't have to worry about digging level 7. He just has to get through 7, so he'll be okay. We do have a Math Guy sighting for the first time of the night. Math Guy is in level 1.
Let's munch those numbers.
Math Guy, a longtime runner of the game with a PB of 3122, or 3121, was a huge influence on me when I was coming up in the game.
And I want to say, for the longest time, had the best emulator time for a pretty long while. Since been eclipsed by a few people, but he was like the emulator standard for a while. Then I think K-Mac dropped to sub 30 on emulator, and then a couple other people maybe even.
Yeah, I think the current fastest is Shicksall, if I'm not mistaken. But Math Guy, a veteran of the game, his PB is one of the older PBs, and you could say he's due. And he's on a good pace here. He's within shot as he heads through level 1. And we do have an update on Ice Blue. Apparently had a really good ladder time, so we'll keep an eye on him as well.
Yeah, he grabbed that ladder at 353.
And I can confirm I do have Roo Slugs up with the best layout I've ever seen. Can I get a shout out to my dude Roo Slugs?
It looks like an arcade console.
It's beautiful. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, he's got the only Legend of Zelda cabinet in the entire world.
I'm like tempted to add an insert quarters to play more.
Oh yeah, there'd be so many fewer resets in level 3 if you had to drop a quarter in for every attempt.
I'd go broke with my level 3 resets. Thank you, Manhandler.
You took it out of my mouth. Oh, man. That would be a quarter sinker for sure. Jay Coper headed back into 1. Quickly becoming the most consistent of our runners this evening, and he's on a good pace. Sub 6 into level 1 is sub 30 pace. We'll keep an eye on him. Nice Gleeok fight for True Blue. And also Ice Blue is out of 4. We're finally free of the level 3 curse, guys. We've got runners, multiple runners.
Yay!
We got Math Guy buying a candle here. He's run the numbers and decided that was important.
The pace is not bad. Decently within reason for his PB. We'll have to keep an eye on him and see how his level 5 goes.
Decent bow mode time for Jay Coper.
True Blue is flying. He's going to get into level 1 under 6 minutes as well. So both Jay Coper and True Blue on great paces right now.
Meanwhile, I just noticed that Red Bird Grad was on the screen.
And you haven't made fun of him.
I haven't. I noticed his. He's the only. I think he's the only guy that's running tonight that has italic font for his splits. So it stands out a little bit, and so I just happened to notice it was him.
His italic font makes me think of Darkwing Duck's setup.
That's the only thing he does that makes me think of Darkwing Duck.
I don't condone this, Redbird. I just want you to know that.
Sub-hype to Matthew Jones, by the way.
JSR did reach out to me and asked me if I would participate.
And Matthew Jones, thank you so much for supporting the Speed Gaming family of channels. Thank you so much for your sub. Ooh, Redbird down to 2 bombs. Oh, he's down to 1. He's gonna have to make a choice, and he uses it, and it doesn't pay off, and he's going to call it a run.
Reset. Ow.
It's unfortunate, but after that recorder room, his level 5 was looking slower than Chicago Blackhawks defenseman Brent Seabrook trying to cover a rush on the back end.
Could you please keep these above the belt?
A couple updates. Pranzo had a run going in 4. He's reset. Roo Slugs reset. So we'll keep an eye on a few runners. A couple people checking Ice Blue. We'll see how he's doing.
Please don't take another bop here, Math Guy. You don't have the health to sustain it. Down to 1 heart, which is very, very dangerous at this stage. True Blue is out of level 1. True Blue ahead of his splits out of level 1.
Jay Coper grabbed his candle sub 9, folks. He is on legitimate sub 30 pace, and he has bombs. He's going to have 7 headed into the back half of 5. Keep an eye on Jay Coper, folks. He is blazing right now.
That might be illegal in some states.
Into historic Fort Gibdo he goes. Can he get his bomb without taking a bop? He does.
He does, but he had to chase it down. Math Guy gonna have to be careful heading. Oh, that's scary. Ooh. Come on, Dig Dogger, play nice.
Remember, folks, anything out of...
Oh, wow.
Oh!
Thank you, Math Guy.
Math Guy survives. Jay Coper into the recorder room. Remember, anything sub 1030 is sub 30 pace, and he has the potential to crush that. Down to 2 bombs. Down to 1.
Yeah, this is unfortunate for Jay Coper, the last remaining 2 Dark Nuts at this point. But you will get his recorder at about 10:33. Yep, there it is. Maybe a second earlier than I anticipated. That's still pretty decent.
Fast his... Yeah, his pace was nearly sub 29 going into that recorder room. Unfortunate that his bomb luck was as rough as it was, but he is definitely still flirting with sub 30 pace. And now True Blue headed into the back half of 5, slightly behind on his PB pace.
Just a quick update on most of our runners currently have timers that are under 3 minutes. That's your update.
Well, we do have Roo Slugs, who has a 3:12, if that counts.
It counts as long as he's in level 4.
He is in level 4.
Alright, good.
Update on Ice Blue. Ice Blue did reset, missed out on a bomb chance, and unfortunately was unable to continue his run as well. And a solid room for True Blue if he can finish this Dark Nut off.
Oh, but he got the fairy. Okay, it's like he took the hit, but then got the fairy.
So he's going to grab that recorder at 10:55.
Still within reason on a double hundo. Remember, he has a good little 10-second time save. Oh, what a fight for Jay Coper.
Now, just to point this out, Jay Coper is minus 20 off of his speedruns.com splits of 3102. So he is on PB pace at this point.
Give you a couple comparisons. Random Effect, who has a 29:32 in this game, has a 12:12.5 exit, and I believe, he might be able to correct me in chat, I believe that's a double hundo. I could be mistaken. I can't remember for sure if his PB was double hundo, but Arcus has a 12:18. Nest Cardinality, a 12:31. Jay Coper is probably the best at this point as far as his pace leaving 5. His recorder room, if he had had a slightly better one, was outstanding pace.
Yeah, we might be in that case talking about getting closer to that drone Unos 1151 pace out of 5.
And Random, thank you for the update. It was 30:30. Okay, my mistake. Nicely done. Gets the ladder clip. He's going to have a really good hard time here as well.
Update of the other people that we got going on at this point. Antlers is out of 4, 7 seconds off his PB.
We also have Pronzo in level 4. And Roo Slugs grabbing his level 4 Triforce, only +1. So, a couple runners to keep an eye on. Both of them are in the top tier runners as far as our group of 5 within a 30-second window of that vaunted sub-30 time.
And you can see what the difficulty is getting this sub-30. It's one of those things that... and you get this sub-30, then you're going to get it all the time. But trying to get over that hump is so difficult.
Getting another peek at Antlers in level 1. Decent pace, has resources. We'll see how he's able to cope. As Jay Cope into level 2.
The Jay Coper Speedrun.com split is at 16:14. He's almost getting through this level 2 pretty fast at this point. He's halfway through.
Yeah, definitely one of the most promising paces we've had tonight. Unfortunately, does not get bombs in the Gorilla room, but doing a really nice job on this Molderm and gets money to boot. He's looking really good if he can get some bombs off these Gorillas. Oh, True Blue misses the screen scroll. That's okay. This is fine. This is fine.
Wow, these gorillas. It took him until the very end for Jay Cooper to get any bombs off of those gorillas. Just a little unfortunate. Had to chase a couple of ropes around in the previous room. That's these examples of these things in level 2s where you just don't notice it until it's over how much time you cost yourself.
1548 for Jay Cooper. That is leaving level 2. Just by comparison, True Blue's PB is 1549, and he's just above that 30-minute mark at 30:04. Comparison to the runners that you mentioned earlier, they're down at the 1530 range, so Jay Cooper lost a little bit of time to those runners that are sub-30, but still some room to make it up as we move along here.
Yeah, and with 161 rupees, he's going to have plenty if he decides to go with arrow strats here. In level 7, he has his full complement of bombs, and he's on a good pace, so he's sitting pretty.
Another person who's going to have a lot of money going out of 2 is True Blue. He's got 161 rupees already at this point as well.
Quick update on Pranzo, leaving level 4. A little red, but has enough resources to save the run. And Ruslug's headed to level 5. Also red, but has 30 and 7, so he'll be running the 30-30 route. We'll keep an eye on both of those for you.
True Blue +1 leaving level 2.
Yeah, that was a very efficient cleaning out at the end, the back half of level 2 by True Blue. I mean, those last 3 or 4 rooms, he did about as well as you could do.
By the way, we did already lose one of our runners at this point. Math Guy has retired for the evening, but give a big shout out to Math Guy 86. Be sure to follow him.
Right, yeah, my man Matt Guy. Yes, I know his name is Math Guy.
Just updated with Ruslugs heading to purchase the candle prior to heading into level 5 at this point.
Yeah. Now, I've noticed something lately with Ruslugs is when he decides to run the 30-30 route, there is nobody who does a better job of making sure he's got enough money than Ruslugs does. I mean, he's the kind of guy that can work his accounts into a situation where he could have 30 rupees by the time he's out of level 4, which is just absurd.
$18.11 grumbles for Jay Cooper. Still has plenty of health. Still has his requisite bomb count. Having a nice 7 so far. But the target time to leave 7 if you're on sub 30 pace is roughly 1940, 1935 is about where you want to be. Nice bomb drop there. He's probably not going to be quite on that pace, but definitely on PB pace at this point.
And we'll see how True Blue stacks up against Jay Cooper's times in level 7 as both of them in said dungeon. Looks like True Blue's going to get in there to see the grumble at 1803.
Beautiful room of requirements so far for Antlers, and didn't pick up the bomb before it went over to the candles, so lost a little bit of many time there, but solid run here for Antlers. So that last dark nut. Oh goodness.
Well, he does survive.
Yeah, he wanted to get down to that last bomb anyway.
Couple updates. Pranzo headed to level 5, close to PB pace, and Ruslugs grabs his recorder just over the 11-minute mark. Pretty solid pace for both, and Dr. Blue...
Sandwich.
Dr. Ouch.
Minus 22 off his speedrun.com
Oh.
splits for J. Coper. True Blue. That was unfortunate with that Dig Dugger.
Yeah, at that
Oh.
point, you almost have to consider leaving the room after you got one of them down.
And I could see the frustration in his movement there. Down to 3 hearts, still on a solid pace. He can salvage this, just has to stay calm. And the bubbles are just not going to make it easy.
Antlers down to 1.5 hearts right now inside of this level 5. And that's a dangerous spot to be in at this point, as we do see True Blue. This fill-up's going to be extremely nasty, as it's almost as minimal as it can get, but out of 7, but that fill-up's going to cost him some time.
J. Coper headed into 6, has bombs. He can opt to skip these red whiz robes if he chooses to.
Yeah, exactly what he does. Now he's in the room with the belfry here, just swinging around that sword, and there is a beautiful belfry for J. Coper.
Yeah, you got several of the keys to group up with each other towards the middle, so you could hit one, then swing and almost hit 2.
An unfortunate spawn with those red whiz robes spawning on the left. Does get a fairy immediately after.
Yeah, he's not going to get it, though.
Oh!
So close.
Sprite, why you do this, Sprite? We do have a Olive Garden sighting for Pranzo, and as soon as we can get an update on his pace, we'll let you know. And a quick update on Roost Slugs. He's going to be grabbing the Raft Heart at about 14-15, 14-16. A little behind PB pace, but not by much. We'll keep an eye on him. Oh no, Pranzo!
That did not sound good, JSR. What happened?
I'll let the restream catch up. You'll see it right about here.
There it is. Okay, yep. Trying to leave the room of requirement, and well, the room of requirement, or try to leave the room after the staircase, and the Dark Knight said no. J. Coper out of level 6.
Redbergrad.
Yep.
Redbergrad's in level 1 green, has great counts, going for 30-30. We'll keep an eye on Redbird.
Roost Slugs in level 2.
And he's green, well, technically gold, but we may, if he keeps his pace up, we may have to get a Ghetto Cam sighting. I'm rooting for it. I want it so bad.
It only seems fair. Latecomer starting off on fire.
Roost Slugs is on the verge, another runner who just recently went from emulator to real console, which is why he's on the quote-unquote Ghetto Cam, and his play has improved dramatically. He was already a strong runner, but has really impressed me, and I would not be shocked to see him PB soon. Hopefully tonight.
J. Coper getting a forced bomb drop inside of the Blue Lagoon 1.
And oh boy did he need that. He was low on bombs entering the Blue Lagoon. And now he's leaving with a full complement. So he went from in trouble to looking pretty good.
Yeah, he even got a couple of nice health drops and didn't get hit after picking that up.
Darkness not necessarily playing nice in Blue Lagoon 2. Making his way through. Here he goes. Perfectly fine. Still got the health. Antlers out of level 2. Ahead of his PB pace. This is one we're going to have to keep an eye on.
That's not a bad place to be, I would say.
Redbird Grad purchasing his candle slightly slower than PB pace at about +4 seconds. We'll keep an eye on him as well.
So Jay Cooper out of level 8, 25-11. We may have to put the PB watch out here, the red zone on Jay Cooper.
Official red zone activate. Jay Cooper is definitely on PB pace. Sub 30, it's going to take a lot. I don't think it's quite going to happen, but PB is definitely within reason here.
Yeah.
We could have a PB tonight, folks.
Yeah, it's going to take a fantastic level 9 without any of that health refill for sub 30. But yeah, still in a situation where from Triforce Curtain Close to Zelda get 5, over 5. He's got over 5 minutes to get there in PB. So I say we're looking at definitely red zone potential.
Yeah, barring a disaster, he's got this in the bag. I'm not going to say anything else.
Yeah. It would be wise, probably.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything else. Let's just root for him. Roo Slugs into level 7, still on PB pace. Ooh, Redbird runs out of bombs. He was having such a good run. Can he survive? Oh, nice!
So he at least got the health situation taken care of. Now he's just got to find some bombs.
We have 2 runners heading to level 9 at this point. True Blue heading in right now as Jay Cooper going past Patra 1. Jay Cooper on legitimate PB pace, though.
Yeah, Patra played nice, which was always a good thing to see in that situation.
And a great room, too.
Yeah,
nicely done for Jay Cooper.
That's a beautiful next room.
You can see him attacking those Wizrobes with confidence. That's something that only comes from lots of practice experience and, like JSR said, playing on a console.
And there is the force for Jay Cooper. So he's going to have 6 bombs at this going into the reverse C as he does 7 o'clock strats. And Patra 2 says, nope, I don't think so.
Still a nice recovery. He only took 1 bop. That's not that big of a deal. And with his bomb count, he can definitely use bomb strats here in reverse C.
More.
Make that.
Yep, just get him out in here to the corner and just spam those bombs. Just watch out for the orange beams. And gets a clock, and probably should have grabbed that clock after he got bubbled. He hits the silver arrows. Watch out, friends. Oh, he's messing up the reverse C. Or the clip right there. We saw that come into play with Fred, who almost PB'd last night. If it wasn't for reverse C.
28-43 Silver's grab. It's still within shot here. He needs a 210, I believe, in game here.
Ooh, having trouble with the reverse flip. So he's gonna. Oh, there he goes. Oh, nice recovery.
Good recovery. He still
has too much.
He still has health. He can go for fast Patra if his health situation stays the same.
Patra 2, could you let these guys do 7 o'clock, please? True Blue had the same issue. Gets the clip, though, did not lose any health. His health situation a little less than what Jay Cooper had going into this, but does have the means to spam some bombs heading into this room. Gets a heart back at this point, spams those bombs on the blues, and oh, there's a fairy drop, and wow. Look at that for True Blue.
Very nice reverse C for True Blue. A solid trap room for Jay Cooper. He's in the home stretch. He's got about a minute left. Can he do it?
30:53 is Jay Coper's official PB. True Blue's PB chance is out the door at this point. We can't get the PB here, but would be nice to get a run to the finish line.
As we approach Gannon, just a quick Ghetto Cam alert. Roost Slugs green in 6.
We may have to get the Ghetto Cam now that he's in level 6. Jay Coper, oh, this is going to be close. 2 hearts remaining. Gets him up here at the top, over down to the bottom. Oh, he's got the... Oh, he lost the stun pack here. Can you get it right there? Oh, I don't think he's got it. He does not have this. He's going to miss it by seconds. Oh, but still a sub 31 effort for Jay Coper. 30:57. GG's Jay Coper, but the loss of the stun lock cost him the PB.
It was a couple of things. The reverse clip, the trouble he had with the double clip and reverse C, those things cost him the PB, but still a 30:57.
Ghetto Cam!
We got a Ghetto Cam sighting. Slugs. Can I just say, Jay Coper's on fire tonight.
Yeah, that's what, 3 finished runs?
That's 3 finished runs, yes. Come
True
on,
Blue now
working on number 2.
Line. Nope, he did not get that. Come on, get him over there. There we go. True Blue's gonna finish this run. GG's to True Blue 83. He will finish with a time of 30 minutes and 49 seconds.
Nice run for True Blue. Solid finish. And definitely kept pace throughout the run. Despite losing time earlier, was able to have a strong finish. Well played. I have an update on Pranzo headed into level 5, and he is 13 seconds green, and he's looking really good. We'll keep an eye on Pranzo for you.
I love how level 8 looks somewhat bluish with the Ghetto Cam.
Yeah. I like the Link artifacts that he leaves on the ground. It's like his feet were wet and he left footprints.
Through Blue Lagoon 1, though.
Yeah, and that sweet merciful fairy, a little on the sloppy side, but that fairy gonna bail him out, and he's gonna be still close to full. Oh, these smeary dark nuts will leave him alone. Goes with the bomb strats again, and got a few hits there, not bad.
Antlers suffering a death.
Oh, Antlers.
So, Roost Slugs is going to be plus coming out of level 8 at this point. 24:51 was his marker coming out of level 8. So, his chances of PB, if he can get a great 9, he still has a chance, but he does need a phenomenal 9. His PB 9 is one of the slower ones we have. It's 5 minutes and 32 seconds.
Oh no, Pranzo runs out of bombs in the recorder room. He was on a strong pace too. Can he survive this with no more bombs? Down to 1 heart. He survives and gets a fairy.
It's better to be lucky than good sometimes. That doesn't mean I'm saying he's not good, sorry.
I didn't
just
say
a reminder about the Roost Slugs. He just recently moved to console, and without a capture card, because, you know, capture cards, they do cost a lot of money. They aren't exactly the cheapest things on the face of this earth, so you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yep.
And Roost Slugs is definitely doing what he's gotta do.
And what he had to do was get a bomb from his boy Blue on the way to level 9, and he got it. You use bombs in level 8 every time if you know you're going to get one get a bomb pack on the walk to level 9.
Fred with a sub-11 recorder on double hundo. Fred is in good shape as well. So we have 2 runners leaving level 5. I would say Pranzo's in a little bit of a tough spot, but can still recover. Fred, meanwhile, with 2 bombs is looking great.
And Amo ending up, he's out of bombs at this point, but he's also on 2 first, which this is making it a little more concerning. But he does get the recorder, and he's going to make his way on over towards the rest of level 5. So 3 of our runners in level 5 that we have on our screen. Rouge in level 9.
Yeah, it took a little bit of a key bop there, down to 1 less than full, 1 half heart less than full, excuse me. And bombs-wise is about where you'd expect at this point in the run, and Patra
come on, Pranzo! There we go, Pranzo, thank you!
Oh! Rouge Slugs recovers nice, doesn't get any health, but he did get a bomb there, so in decent shape as he heads through towards Patra 2. Rue. That's all I had.
That's all you have. Fred is done with level 5 at 1240, which is going to be 16 seconds above what he is at his PB. But keep in mind that when we talk about that, it's relative to the runner. Like, for example, True Blue, who's got 11 seconds on Fred, or rather 9 seconds on Fred on the PB of 3004. His exit at level 5 is 1244.
And again, with double hundo on Fred's route, he's going to save about 8 to 10 seconds here. So he can still be in really good shape for a sub-30 shot here if he can just keep this pace up.
Rouge Slugs ending up getting the silver arrows. His PB chances are pretty much out the window at this point. But can Rouge Slugs finish this run? Let's go, Rouge Slugs. Come on. The inventor of the Root Quarter that you see in second quest that some of these runners pull off in this. We may see Fred do the... No, he's on 5 first versus 2. If he was on 2 first, he would pull off the Root Quarter.
For those of you wondering what the Root Quarter is, Rouge Slugs, the man who discovered it, it's a really neat trick that allows you to wrong warp using the raft. And it only works on a dock. It's complicated, but the TLDR is it allows you to warp to a screen unintended. And it's a newer development, and we've only been utilizing it for about a year. And it's not as helpful on first quest unless you run specific routes, but it's really, really cool to see.
Yeah, the biggest use of the Root Quarter comes in second quest, especially when you want to flute to 6, but you want to go to closer to where level 9 is in that second quest.
Oh, wow, Pranzo just had a tremendously fast Mulderm there. That was insane.
That was ridiculous. And ridiculous in the good way. And come on, Rouge Slugs, get this to the finish line. Oh, down to a heart, come on. Oh, Fairy, nice drop. Now, don't miss this arrow. It's important that you don't miss this arrow.
Or fire a swag arrow.
There we go. Rouge Slugs is going to finish this run. Get your GGs in chat for Rouge Slugs.
This is important, Rick. Is this a speed gaming first? I need to know.
What do you mean?
We have a Ghetto Cam GG.
Absolutely not, because we've had a couple of runners, and while Anaconda comes to mind when we've had the Link to the Past randomizer tournament when he had to evacuate due to the fires in California, who ran Ghetto Cam during one of his... I think last year in that tournament, he had to run Ghetto Cam due to his circumstances at that point. So this isn't the first Ghetto Cam GGs, but it's one of them. So GG's to Rouge Slugs.
And for those in... 30-30 on his splits, and his posted PB is a 30-23. So I know his splits claim PB, but if I'm not mistaken, that was about 7 seconds off.
Yep, 7 seconds off Rue Slug's PB, so GG's to Rue. Great job. As we continue on here, we have Amo in level 7. Fred's about to join him, too. Oh, Fred's pulling out the recorder.
Speaking of the devil, and he pulls it off beautifully. Roo.
With Rue Slugs on the screen still.
Pranzo headed into level 7, and he's on a pretty solid pace here, folks. About 9 or so behind his PB. Definitely within range here, so keep an eye on Pranzo, and his rupee count is nice too. Oh, making good use of those rupees too.
Ooh, Amo's gonna have to be careful. Look at his health, down to 1.5 hearts, and he's still gotta deal with this barrage of the gorillas. Get hit by one of them. Don't get hit by this Aquamentus. Come on, finish this one. Gonna take it a little easy. There we go. Don't get fireball. Thank you. We're gonna be done, but that's gonna be a nasty fill-up. That is the worst fill-up you could have out of 7.
Amo in range of a PB. It's going to take a really nice finish. Let's see how his level 6 goes. Does have the good bomb that you need going into 6. And Ice Blue, the other blue, headed into level 5 on pace as well.
At some point in time, I'd love to get Reebs in here, because he's the only one we haven't had up on the screen, but unfortunately he's still in level 3 at this point.
Also, a quick update on Dark Magician, out of 5, ahead of his PB, but not on sub 30 pace. We'll keep an eye on him as we get closer towards the end of the chase.
Oh,
and Bronzo! Oh no! And he's going back in, I think.
Well, you gotta hand it to him for his dogged persistence.
Oh, I'm shaking my finger, all 5 of my fingers at you right now. All 5.
You have 5
So
fingers?
so was Wallmaster.
Oh, tough luck for Pranzo. That's our second Lesa of the stream tonight. Unfortunate break for Pranzo. That was such a solid pace, too. Fred, meanwhile, makes it through.
He's going to be using his last bomb here, unfortunately, but can he get lucky? Yes, he does! His split out of level 7 is 1941, so he's going to be read out of here, but he's only going to be seconds off his PB, so keep an eye on Fred. This could get interesting.
Yeah. Ice Blue, during all that, had a pretty solid closeout to his recorder room, leaving there with 2 bombs and picking up the recorder at about 10:48 or so.
An update, Redbird Grad in level 1, and Jay Coper with his sub 1030 recorder. The man is on fire tonight. We'll keep an eye on Jay Coper. That is sub 30 pace, leaving the recorder.
Pranzo finishing off with this level 7, but, well, being Laced, as we call it, shoutouts to Lacemy, who is the reason why we call it that. That right there, 21 plus minutes. Not going to happen here for Pranzo, but good to see him finish the run. This is probably to be Pranzo's final attempt of the night. This is probably why Pranzo's trying to finish this off.
Well, we are getting close to the end, and I do want to thank everybody again. Make sure you follow all these talented runners who were part of the first ever chase for sub 30. We had some really good shots at it. We still have a couple going now. We'll keep an eye on these runs for you, but Fred is definitely looking really good headed into 6.
I know there's some runners here who could go all night, but as we round the corner of our finish of the 3rd hour that we've been doing this, we'll be keeping an eye on these runners as we continue through here, but we will be coming to an end in due time. Shoutouts to everyone who has been sticking through with these attempts for 3 hours straight. It's not easy, especially when you have a run go south on you deep in a run, especially a promising run.
Yeah, and make sure that at the close of this stream that you guys check out all of these runners, give them a follow. If they're still doing runs, make sure you check them out, go to their channel, and cheer them on.
Don't take a death here, Fred.
Update on Roost Slugs leaving the ladder at about 4:10. And Redbird Grad into the Olive Garden. Decent pace, and it still has some bombs to play with. Not bad. He's going to grab the breadstick at about 10:52.
Fred finished off with this level 6, but he's still going to be plus. He is plus 13. His split between 6 and 8 shows 2 minutes and 8 seconds on his 8 split. So he's got room to grow if he can actually get a world record quality 8, but he's going to have to start boogieing if he wants to pull off this PB attempt.
Cake Sauce and Redbird both headed out of 1. Cake headed to 2, Redbird to 5, both on solid paces.
And so Fred heading into level 8, heading into the Blue Lagoon on his attempt here. As Jay Coper continuing his path on over towards level 2.
I just gotta tell you, it's fun to watch Ice Blue fighting ropes at the exact same time as Fred's fighting Dark Nuts, and that's the audio I hear, and so I keep thinking that the ropes are blocking these sword strikes.
This is a randomizer here, Liquid Husband.
That is not a world I want to live in.
Do not give Fred any ideas, please.
I never encourage his behavior outside of the dad jokes because I totally understand now.
And it's definitely been a blast watching these runners tonight. If we don't get a 29 tonight, folks, keep an eye on these people. It's going to happen soon. The inspiration for this event, this is a matter of time, a certainty. At least one of these runners that you saw on here tonight is going to be sitting on a 29 any day now. So make sure you follow all of them and keep a good eye on them, cheer them on, and witness a milestone.
Yeah, this event was not created and then a bunch of people decided they were going to try to get sub 30. It was pretty much the exact other way around. Everyone was getting so close to it that we thought, or JSR had the idea, I should say, of, hey, how about we give this a platform where everyone can kind of watch it all unfold in real time.
Yeah, that's exactly what we pulled together. And shout outs to Fiesel and the gang here with Speed Gaming, who was a big help on putting this all together, making sure that we get ourselves a grand stage for this. But also shout outs to you people that have been sitting here in chat watching this event unfold for the past 3 hours. I've been looking. We've had a good 500 people sitting here watching these attempts all night long, cheering on your favorite runners. This is just a great way to spend a Monday night, isn't it?
A lot better now that football's over. And I have to say, it's been exciting to see some of the paces that some of these runners have been on. And sub 30 is not easy, folks. I can speak from experience. Thousands upon thousands of resets, of attempts, of heartbreak. We've seen all of that tonight. We've seen the resets, we've seen the attempts, we've seen the heartbreak. But when it happens, it is one of the best feelings you can have as a speedrunner, that first major milestone. So definitely shouts out to the runners, shouts out to you folks for watching. Without you guys, this would not have happened.
Quick update, another runners at this point that we do not have on our screens. We are taking a look. Cake Sauce currently in level 5. X-Ice Blue is currently in level 7. He is green at this point. Antlers currently leaving level 4, heading into 1. Reeves is currently in level 1. Like I said, I'd love to get him on the screen at some point. We have not had him up at all of any of the runners at this point. Jay Coper's in 7. Dark Magician currently in level 6. Redbird Grad is heading to level 2. And Pranzo currently in level 9 as well.
And by the way, Liquid Husband makes a great point, and I want to shout out all of the people who have been tracking for us behind the scenes. Random Effect, Can't Find Bombs, Cananophone, John Tabin. Everybody been working so hard to help us keep track of these runners. And without you guys, we would have been floundering. So thank you very much for your hard work.
And that's phenomenal. You see, this is a group effort here, and some of these runners here are doing a fantastic job. They want to see the subs. They want to see the sub 30s. They want to see more people join this crew. As we continue through here, can we get a few of these runs to the finish line? Amo heading into Ganon, 3 hearts remaining. Come on, Amo, you can do this. Get the stun lock over here, doesn't loses it. Oh no! Hyrule Driver! No!
No! Amo!
Hyrule Driver! 87.
Oh no, that's devastating for Amo. It was not going to be a PB run. But that is just a heartbreaking way for a run to end. No.
Yeah. We've had a couple of heartbreaking run-ins. I think it was Ice Blue just a moment ago. Got the Wall Master in level 7 that we've actually seen, I think, 3 times now tonight. I don't know. That just seems like an inordinate amount of times for that to occur, but it's certainly a pain that every one of us has felt at one time or another. It was in my PB at one point in time when it was bad enough to have a Wall Master.
Just want to point this out. Fred's about ready to go up against Ganon. Has a potential of maybe getting the fastest time we've seen tonight. This is not going to be a PB for him. His PB is 30-13. Doesn't get the stun lock over, and there we go. There's the stun lock, and Fred is going to get the fastest time of anyone who has finished a run tonight.
Is he, though?
Well, the fastest time is 30-30, wasn't it? He finishes in 30-24.
Nope. 30-19 by True Blue.
Oh, that's right. So that's the second fastest time. Thank you.
Which, by the way, True Blue leaving level 2 close to pace. Definitely keep an eye on True Blue. A couple seconds red. GG's for Fred. It's time for bed.
Jay Coper on a potential PB pace right now as well, picking up the magical sword in between 20 and 21 minutes. Not looking like a sub 30 type of run, but there's about a minute's worth of wiggle room in there.
Yeah, we do see Cake Sauce pulling it up for the night as well. So shout out to the people who've been putting this on for 3 straight hours. As this can be very, very difficult, especially given the fact that some of these runners are doing this with no mic on, no normal things that they usually like to put on with their streams. I know the Redbird Grad likes to do some music along with other things here. So shout outs to the runners here. By the way, just an update, because we did not have him on the screen, but Pranzo did finish a run 32:23.
GG's for Pranzo finishing that run out, the one where he had the unfortunate mishap of the Wallmaster. A pretty good finish considering he had to go through 7 twice, so very well done. So we are getting close towards the end of this wonderful stream. It's been so much fun to watch. And as we see Rooslugs headed through on the World Wrap, Redbird in level 7. True Blues in 7 on a pretty solid pace at the moment. Rick, this has been a ton of fun to watch.
It definitely has. Just an update with Redbird Grad. He's going to be leaving this level 7 up 15 seconds off his PB. Jay Coper's going to have to be a little careful here as he manages his way through this level 6. He's on PB pace again.
Yeah, Jay Coper's been killing it tonight, and he's going to survive. He does have a refill. It's probably going to put sub 30 out of reach, but definitely on PB pace.
We have several runners that are on in phenomenal pace at this point. Jay Coper is on PB pace leaving level 6. He probably didn't really like that refill coming out of 6 at this point. As we start to wrap things up on this Monday evening, keep an eye on these runners as they make their way towards the finish line. Gotta keep an eye on Rooslugs, who is ahead of his pace at this point. We got to keep an eye on True Blue, who's doing pretty well in this level 7.
Also, Redbird Grad, who's really on a pretty good pace here as well. In fact, Redbird Grad going into level 6 is 16 seconds green at this point. And with time saves in the end game, it's not outside of the realm of possibility here.
I'd like to point out that True Blue is currently on a pace where he could make a push for sub 30. He's going to be close to even, if not ahead, coming out of this level 7.
And it's amazing how many times we could say that tonight.
Nice force off the Aquamentus.
Yeah. How many times have we been able to say True Blue in a situation where he might be on sub 30 pace? Feels like so about 6 or 7 runs.
True Blue is +2, leaving level 7, but at 30 minutes and 4 seconds, that +2 could become a PB before you know it.
So we're at a weird situation here. We have 3 runners all in really close proximity to their PB. All 3 have a chance to PB. Redbird, probably not quite on sub 30 pace, nor Jay Coper, but True Blue is definitely within range. And oh, by the way, Rooslugs is -20 going to 7.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. And Jay Coper grabbing the Triforce 25-15. He's got another chance here. Can Jay Coper pull it off this time? He does not have a great bomb supply at 2, but we'll see if he can't finish it. Redbird Grad, he's going to grab this Triforce at 22, make it 23.02. That is 21 seconds ahead of his PB pace.
Wow.
Unbelievable. We've got at least 4 runners right now in the late game on PB pace. And this is not the hard part of the game for the most part is over outside of 8 and 9. I mean, like, there's obviously hard parts coming up, but all 4 of these runners are in great position at this point. Well, other than the fact that Jay Coper has only 1 bomb remaining.
Jay Coper tried to get Jay Coper tried to get lucky, but unfortunately couldn't pull it off here. Let's see how his 9 is.
Oh, no!
That's gone!
The gel. Oh no! He had the force. He had it. He had the force.
No, why you go left?
Why you do this, gel?
Well, we're seeing some unique rooms of this level 9 that we don't normally see. Although, no, Jay Coper's probably not liking seeing these extra rooms of this level 9. His spawns are going to be off, that's for certain.
Well, for what it's worth, he was able to get bombs without taking any damage. Meanwhile, Redbird has a pretty decent level 8 so far. His health is a little low. True Blue. Ladies and gentlemen, keep an eye on True Blue.
Plus 5 out of 6.
The refill's going to hurt him a little bit, but if he has a good 8 here, he's in range.
His level 8, by the way, is 2 minutes and 14 seconds.
So there's definitely wiggle room there.
Redbird Grad grabbing the Triforce 25-18, it looks like it's going to be. Or it's 25-17. So keep an eye on him. He's minus 12.
That just goes to show. Is he still running? Is that minus 12 against his PB or against his goal splits? Because I know he used to run against goal splits, and I can't imagine that his level 9 PB is 6 minutes and something.
That's minus 12 off of his PB, but I'll keep an eye on that here. Rouge Slugs coming out of level 7. 1950 on the Triforce grab for Rouge Slugs. He's plus 12. So at this point, this is going to be it. We are going to keep an eye on Rouge Slugs at this point, unless he ends up losing the run to something, as Redbird Grad trying to maybe get lucky off the blue Lionel on the bomb chance here. Perhaps Jay Coper grabbing the silver arrows at 29 minutes even.
It's amazing how
keep an eye on that.
It's amazing how close Jay Coper is to PB pace, even after having to hunt down those bombs in level 9.
And the fact is that Jay Coper has finished 3 runs so far, and he's on his way to finishing run number 4.
And with all good times, mind you, like, they're not just, bargain bin finishes. These are strong times he's posted.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to finish 4 runs in one night. Period. Right, James?
I don't know what you're talking about. But True Blue,
yeah, he's plus 10.
It was a pretty rough 8 with a pretty rough refill. I don't want to say his sub 30 chances are dead, but they're not looking good.
He needs a 5-minute level 9 here in order to pull it off. So we will see if True Blue can do it. He's had the best shots all this evening in order to try to pull it off, as we see Rouge Slugs inside this level 6 doing his best to keep that beam sword, and he does. That bubble leaves him alone as well until the very end, but who cares at the very end?
By the way, just quietly trucking along, Redbird Grad is tremendously on PB pace as he forces a bomb.
All right, Jay Coper getting ready to go up against Ganon. And his PB chance is probably officially dead at this point, but can he finish run number 5? Or run number 4, rather. He does. He's going to come up short on his PB once again, but by maybe a dozen seconds.
Oh,
Redbird Crad getting down to 1 heart. Oh, no.
Patra 2 was
Oh, no.
straight up nasty.
He's got to survive. He does have bombs.
Yeah, but he's got to get through this barrage at this point. Probably wished he'd gotten a clock. And the blue did not go all the way down. The run is dead for Redbird Grad. Oh, no.
Jay Cooper finishes with the time of 31:05. And Redbird Grad does not.
Yep. So this is going to be it for us here. As we will see Rooslugs try to finish things off. He will be the last one we will see to the finish line of his run at some point as True Blue makes his way through level 9.
Franzo is leaving level 1 minus 14 with all of the trimmings. We won't get a chance to see him finish the run, most likely on stream. We might get a peek in at him, but definitely keep an eye on him if you're watching other runners.
Big shout outs to all of the runners that you see here. Major shout outs to all the runners that you're seeing here, putting forth the effort to go through all of these runs. What a beautiful Blue Lagoon 1 for Rooslugs.
Rooslugs minus 12 going into the Blue Lagoon 2 comes out minus 12.7.
Silver Arrow pickup for True Blue. The sub-30 dream for him is at this point extinct, but come on, True Blue, let's get another run to the finish line. Also, once again, as JSR pointed out earlier, major shout-outs to the people running this stuff in the background for us, to the trackers who've been keeping an eye on all the other streams, been notifying Feasel on who to keep an eye on as Rooslugs finishes off with level number 8, 2505 plus 14 off his PB exit of 2451 of level 8. But great runs here by Rooslugs, so let's get him to the finish line.
Franzo headed into level 5 on a pretty solid pace, just a heads up.
True Blue losing up his final bomb. Come on, True Blue, let's get this to the finish line. Let's get another run through the finish line here for you. It's not going to be a PB for True Blue, his PB being 30 minutes and 4 seconds. True Blue is one of those runners, you know he's going to break that barrier in due time. He's been doing a phenomenal job with his latest runs. That's a great Patra 3, by the way.
Absolutely, True Blue, an insanely underrated runner, has been so close so many times, it's literally a matter of time. He's gonna do it, and it could be any day now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that anyone has been on quite the tear in the past month or so, I would say, than he has, just night after night.
Gannon was on a tear there. Holy Gannon.
Driver down to a half. Don't die in a fire, True Blue. Ah, there we go. 30-39 for True Blue. GG's. Oh,
30-39.
4 hearts for Brew. And so, therefore, we will finish off our chase for sub 30 by going in close to our ghetto cam of Rue Slugs. He will be the last one we'll see to the finish line. And more importantly, shoutouts to JSR. This was his baby. He came up with the idea last week, pitched it to me, and we rolled with it, and we got this on the air, and we've been really glad to be able to put this on the air for you guys. As these runners ran about, we had a few close PB attempts. We had a couple of good chances of maybe getting that sub 30. It didn't happen this go-around, but you have seen some great runners, maybe some runners you've not seen before. Come on, Patrick 2, play nice, Rue Slugs. Play nice for Rue Slugs. But you know that these runners, they are going to get that sub 30 soon if they keep up this intensity.
I can't take too much credit. I mean, there's so many runners in this great community. The Zelda 1 community is just outstanding. Everybody roots everybody on and is so supportive of each other. And there's so many runners. Obviously, you guys know the top runners, and they're talented, and they get the love that they deserve for a reason. Rue! Oh, Rue, be careful. Oh, no.
And he takes the death, and that's going to do it. Rue couldn't get to the finish line, but we did get some finished runs.
It's so great to see the community pull together. You saw some talent tonight, some great runners, and some of them are so underrated. Give these guys a follow. Cheer them on. Sub 30 is coming for so many of these guys. And thank you very much, Feasel, for putting this together. Rick for helping me put this together. Liquid Husband, thank you for jumping in on comms on short notice with us. And shouts out to all of the runners who participated in this. And, of course, shouts out to all of you.
Absolutely. This has been a phenomenal evening here. I'm really glad that we were able to put this on. Let's see here, you know. I think what we should do, by the way, is go ahead and host the one runner we didn't get a chance to feature on here. If Feasel could give us a chance to host Reeves, who we did not get the chance to put on our screen at all during the run. He didn't have any really great runs that got out of level 1, but let's go ahead and give some love for another runner who didn't get it, that we didn't get a chance to feature here with Reeves.
That sounds like a fantastic idea.
I 100% agree, sir. So if you'd like to take us out, Rick, everyone go over to Reeves and give him some love.
Absolutely. Shoutouts once again to Feasel running the controls in the background for Speed Gaming. Also shoutouts to JSR and Liquid Husband, phenomenal people to do commentary with. And shoutouts to John Tabin, Cananophone, Random Effect, Noristra as well. And just thank you to everybody in the Zelda 1 community who made this a great night. We'll send you on over to Reeves. Thanks for joining us. Have yourselves a great night.